How you doing, everybody? Welcome. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce, where we try to explain what's happening in the markets in plain English. Easier said than done, but we try and do it foolishly every day. We do the best we can. Welcome, one, welcome all. Nice to have you here. We got an up morning. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The question is, how sustainable is this move? People are talking about buying on the dip today. This is the term they're using all over the place right now. Buying on the dip. How strong is buying on the dip going to be for us this morning? How long will it last? Is it just a 1 hour thing, a half-hour thing? Is it a full day thing? Will more capital come into the market than flee the market? Are we over the hump now with regard to tax loss selling and repositioning of our accounts? And a lot of people have that to worry about. Breaking news: U.S. current account deficit widens 8.3% to 214 billion in third quarter account deficit. Okay. What else is going on here? Just looking at a 270-point gain on the Dow. 38-point gain on S&P, and a 168-point gain, or let's call it 170, just shifted to 170-point pre-market gain on the NASDAQ. Oil is up $1.40 to 69.63. The markets, as far as percentage goes, the Dow is gaining 0.8%, S&P 0.88 of 1%. The NASDAQ is showing a 1.1% pre-morning lift. Nothing great. Better than yesterday, certainly better than where we left last night. So we're definitely moving higher. The question, though, is going to be, with the loss yesterday of the Dow, can we reverse the loss with a rally today? That is one question I have. This is just, again, my idle curiosity. We lost 433 points when the market closed last night on the Dow Jones. Right now we're up 263, 170 points away from recouping the loss of yesterday. So if the market does not gain 433 points today, we're still down on the week. Now, markets don't go up as fast as they go down. That's generally how this works. But oversold markets can go much higher a day after a drop like this. If a market is now accumulatively, let's say over the last week or two, way oversold because a whole bunch of people took tax losses and had to lock in those losses, and they couldn't buy back their stock because of that 31-day rule the IRS had. It's a tax grab, by the way. It's a tax grab by the IRS. But then again, you can understand why they're doing it. They're desperate for the money. In any event, it could be possibly that starting in November of last month, November the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere in that range, people were already making tax loss moves, selling moves, and their 31 days are coming up now. It's the 21st of December. Go back 31 days. We're talking November 20. So anyone who sold their position for a tax loss write-up, November 20 going back before, can now buy back their stock today, knowing that if they buy back the stock they dumped, they don't have to worry about an IRS money grab, okay? And I'm going to take a look at a couple of stocks for fun, just to kind of give me an idea of what we're looking at here. And see if this makes any sense. For example, okay, here's some fun I'm having. I'm right now on my Market Watch thingy, and I was just looking at, just for the heck of it, I'm looking at SoFi, which right now is showing $14.93, up 34 cents in the morning here. I'm going to have a bit of a pop this morning, see how far it lasts. You know, and I know this stock is way undervalued. It's going to go higher, but the question is when. Here's the thing. If anyone sold this stock a month ago to lock in tax losses, there could have been people who bought the stock at, say, $22, $23, $24. You and I, we both know how high the stock went and when it went there. For example, back in early November, we were at 23.29. In late October, we were 23.29. October 20, we were $21. Now, if a month ago, when the stock was trading around, where were we a month ago? This would be about November 22nd. It was 1875 at the time. There could have been people selling SoFi a month ago at 1875 that paid more than that for the stock. And their strategy is, well, I'll sell it now at 1875, having paid 24 for it, 23 for it, and I'll lock in the loss. And then on December the 21st, right now, at 14.93 a share, they'll buy it back. One, they got the write-off. Two, they're buying it back for $3, $4, $5 less than they just sold it for, about $4 less. That's not a bad strategy. Of course, if you were using strategies where you're selling it now to lock in the loss, because it is a 2021 transaction. If you sell it now, it's a 2021 loss that you're locking in, right? Because you're selling today, December 21. You can turn around and buy call options to protect yourself against this stock going back up on you in the next 31 days. So if SoFi does go back to $20 or $22 in the next 30 days, you sell your stock today, you lock in the loss, you grab options, say for next April or something like that, and you've locked in contracts. Stock goes up to 20, that's a $5 pop from here, and your contracts will go up at least $4 of those dollars, and you'll have recouped $4 or have earned a $4 gain on your investment, even though you took a tax loss now for 31 days. So you can play this game all you want, and this would be the game I would be playing with you guys if I was your stockbroker way back when, or today. If I were your investment advisor, I would be working with you to arrange your portfolio to lock in the losses. I've been doing this all this month. Lock in the losses, pick up long contracts into next spring, summer, in the money, at the money, and use just a fraction of the capital. It's not like, let's say you had 1,000 SoFi or 1,000 Matterport or 1,000 ATIP, 1,000, just 1,000 shares. Spire globally had 1,000 of those. You would be locking in huge losses, and then I would then be bringing you into 10 or 20 or 30 contracts, because I'd say to you, look, you paid $12 for Spire, or $16 for Spire when it used to be up to $18. It's now sitting at $4, $4. Let's sell it here, get the capital loss. This is going to take care of all your capital gains on some other positions you have. So you're going to have a net neutral tax position this year. Good move. Now we're going to take some of that dough from Spire, turn right around and buy 250 call options for next year. March, April, May, June, July, something out there. We don't have to use all the money, but what we could do, in theory, we like Spire. We think Spire can go at least back to $7, $8. Just that. Well, why don't we buy triple the number of contracts representing how many shares you used to have? You had 1,000 shares. Why don't we buy 30 call options? We'll pick up 30 options instead, because it'll be cheaper than the stock, because they're not as expensive as the stock. Not that the stock's incredibly expensive, but we can load up on more leverage. Now, if the shares go up a couple of bucks, $3, from 3 to 6, 4 to 7, something like that, those contracts will, being in the money, 250s, they'll go up about $250 a piece. You got 30 of them. That's a $7,500 gain on your contracts. We'll sell those then. See, lock in that, come back, buy the stock back, and we continue on. You now have more shares. You had 1,000 shares. You flipped on 3,000 worth of shares through a contract trade. You still have some cash left over, we think. And now you might have 1,500 actual shares, 1,200 shares, 1,400 shares, 1,600 shares, more than 1,000 shares. And they're trading at $7 or $8 a piece. Oh, okay. That's a possibility. On something like Rocket Lab. You paid a higher price for it and it's backed off. We'll sell it off, buy Rocket Lab calls, same thing, do a 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 4-for-1, how many options we can get but they have to be at the money. We don't want to be buying $25 Rocket Lab options when the stock's trading at $14 a share. No. So we're going to buy, $15 Rocket Labs, 12.50 Rocket Labs, something in the hood Rocket Labs. And if the shares give us a $2, $4, $5, $6, $7, 2-3 month move from now, since we have contracts till next summer, we have quite a bit of time here to decide when to get out of these contracts, how long to ride them. We're at 11.89 closed last night. We're 12.10 right now on Rocket Lab, up 21 cents. Hey, you want to go to $16, $17? There's a $5 gain on, say, 12.50 contracts. Hello. We'll probably score $3.50, $4 of that. 4 times the leverage of how many shares you had. Yes, that is the move. As a broker, that's the move I would be working with you on, to recoup a gain of your dough, to be a long-term believer in the stock, and to take advantage of the tax code to lock in a capital loss, score a capital loss against capital gains, whatever. And if, at the end of the day, you're saying to me, Bruce, you're a great guy and everything. I love you, and I love how you help me trade and everything. I got gains of $40,000 this year. Can you help me minimize my tax bill? And I say, well, these stocks over here, you got losses of $15,000. Why don't we lock those in with this option strategy to roll over? And you can take the 15 off the 40. You only have a $25,000 tax problem. All right, that's step number one. That's the easy step. At least let's get that done, and then we'll figure out what else we can do with the rest. But if you do have a tax bill to pay, and you have to pay 23% tax on capital gains, and you end up gaining 20 grand net that you have to pay tax on, you have to pay $4,600 in taxes on a gain of 40,000 this year. That's not a bad tax bill considering how much money you're making. It's all relative, though. I understand that some people, $1 of tax is too much, but hey, let's have tax problems. Again, I would be working with your tax advisor to figure out the other ideas. I'd be saying to your tax advisor, hey, listen, Jerry over here has got this in his account. I was thinking we could do this, to do that, to do this, to do that, to do that, and the advisor goes, you could also do that, this, that, and it, and we can do this and that. And I'm going, oh, wow, that's why you're the tax advisor. This is great. Adventures with Duncan, buddy, thank you for renewing your membership. All of you who are renewing your memberships, you're the best. I thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out with yours truly. I love you, and I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, Jen and I. Duncan has been a long-term follower of me on both my channels. And Duncan, I love you, buddy. Keep it up, buddy. Happy holidays to you and your family, by the way. Okay, so there you go. That's what's going on. Hey, let's give Bruce some thumbs ups. Yeah, that's a great idea, Sean and Winnie. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs ups, all of you. I appreciate that. What else is going on here? Let's go. Midnight Adventures. Bruce, I watched lesson number 2 yesterday. I'm so excited to write my first cover call today. I'm going to start with a week expiration and a 2-week expiration. Here you go. Well, let the market have an opening. Let the market go up this morning for the first 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, an hour, whatever it is. And then as you see the market top out, jump in there and now do some call writing. Put in some stink offers on your options at the high end of the bid ask. Make sure you don't take the cheap price. Go for the high end. Be picky and patient. Selling your contract is where you make your money. Love the fact that you're here. All of you that you're here. Thank you, all of you, for joining me. Anyway, we'd be working on them. Now, this morning, talking about those stock strategies and those tax loss strategies, I would be working with your tax advisor to help you figure all that out. But that would be me, the broker. Today, you don't get that advice, obviously. So, you got to talk to your tax advisor if you need tax help. I get it. All right. Some of you who are down money this year, there are some of you out there, and I get emails from people who say to me, "Hey, Bruce, listen, I like what you do and everything. I'm invested in some stuff, and I'm down this year. What do you think I should do?" One thing I would consider doing strongly between you've got 10 days. You need to talk to a tax advisor right freaking now to find out, can you lock in capital losses and carry them forward in your circumstance where you live, in whatever town you're in, whatever state you're in, I have no idea what country you're in. Um, People come to me all the time for advice, and I'm not an advisor. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm really a commentator here on trying to discern what's happening in plain English. But I do give you the give you my feelings on it, and I give you give you the well, here's what I think I do, but you have to make up your own mind thing. But when it comes to losses, when if you're some of you guys out there are carrying some serious losses because you will not give up on your stock position or whatever you're into, and I get that, and I'm cool with it. But there might be ways for you to perhaps benefit from the loss against any other gains you have, or reduce taxes you were going to have to pay anyway, which makes this coming April a lot easier to take, and or you might be able to carry forward capital losses against future gains. I can't answer these questions because I'm not the tax guy. I am a market watcher, and I'm not a tax expert. So I would highly urge you, whether you're up money this year, you're down money this year, get yourself on the blower somehow in front of a tax advisor ASAP, because Christmas is Friday. Next week is goofy, and then it's New Year's and it's over, and you've lost 2021. You can't talk to anyone else now. Whether you can find this information online, whether you can find this information through help desks, through brokerage firms you're dealing with, I don't know. I don't know. Frequently asked questions section in your platforms. I don't know, but Gen 1 might be too late to address the, oh yeah, what should I do about my taxes for last year? It's over. Last year came and went. We're still in last year, but for only a few more days. Get off your duffs, do what you have to do, figure out your situation, and move on. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce trying to help you out here, but sometimes I got to be rough, I got to kind of wake you up. Wake up, wake up. Hey, did you notice GameStop? It's 158. It's up 86 cents. It's not down. Okay, it's not down, but it's only up, a little bit here. Just saw it trade out 159. They must have heard me. $1.86 gain at the moment. 189, 159 on GameStop. Okay, let's see what happens. What else is going on here? A lot of talk about the inflation thing, good or bad. There's debating going on. There are people out there, analysts out there, who are saying, you know what, inflation's a good thing. Inflation, we've needed inflation for like the last 5 years, but we haven't had any. The Fed and the central bank in Europe, the central bank in Japan, they've been dropping the rates to try to overheat their economies to get inflation going again, because it was kind of negative inflation, zero inflation. Now we have inflation. All of a sudden, people are worried about it. It's like just goofy. You get what you want. Now all of a sudden, you're not sure you really wanted what you wanted, and now you got what you want. You can't go back. There's good things about inflation, and there's bad things about inflation. A good thing about inflation is if you're an employee, you can use that excuse to get a raise. That's number one. And some of you who are entitled to more than just cost of living raises now can say, hey, Mr. Boss, I've been working for you for 8 years, 6 years, 3 years, 9 years, 12 years. I've always got a great review. And every year you've been giving me inflation kind of raises, 2%, 3%, because you say to me, well, that's what you're worth in the industry. That's, what's the industry average, or tough times at the firm. Even though the boss is driving a high end car, living in a high end house with a high end wife, there's money for us, but not for you. But right now there is money for you, because these employers are desperate to hang on to who they have, desperate to bring in people they need, and they're losing people. They're losing people voluntarily, where they walk and say, I'm out of here, the great resignation, I'm gone. They're also losing people involuntarily. There are employees who are passing away that won't get vaccinated. And there are companies out there with 3%, 5% of their workforce that have died in the last 2 years. Like, hello, that didn't used to be a problem around here. We didn't used to have a 3% mortality rate in our organization. Well, yeah, these people died because they won't get vaccinated. They caught the virus and they're gone. They're not coming back. You see, that's the thing about if you don't get vaccinated. See, if you get ill and you die, you don't do anything anymore. You're done for. Whatever happens to your body, it happens to your body. I guess it's up to you and your family, whatever you decided in advance what would happen to you. You don't go back to work, and so when your coworkers, are working, they notice, where's Charlie? Oh, where's Debbie? They've left us for the rest of their lives. To quote Hans Gruber, he won't be joining us for the rest of his life. They're gone, and so employers are going, we got to replace these two. The problem is that each of them had 14 years of experience. We're trying to replace 28 years of experience here. This is a problem. Wing Commander Saga, thank you for becoming a member of this channel and or renewing your membership. I love you, man. Thank you so much, all of you who are becoming members of this channel and renewing your membership. Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you. So for the rest of their lives, they're not coming back, and their organization's now going, well, we got a 3% attrition rate here that we have to deal with, and we have 5% of our employees quitting, and we have the rest of them that are not very happy with their pay packets. You got a problem at the office? Yeah, managers have a problem, owners have a problem. Either they have to raise prices, which they probably have been, to stay ahead of inflation, but now they've got to spread that money. You don't raise prices to increase profits. You raise prices to cover cost increases, some of which is labor. And that's where you guys come in who are watching me. You should be getting raises. You should be already being approached by your employer proactively. They should already be coming to you going, hey, look, listen, it's tough times out there, and we really appreciate the fact that you're toughing this out with us. We're a family, blah, blah, blah. And as a family, we're here to support each other. And boom, we're proposing, with regards to the work at home thing, we'll just keep this going and we keep working from home as long as it works. It's all great. But we're also instituting pay increases. If they aren't doing that, they're basically hoping you won't ask. That's the bottom line. They're just laying low. They're kind of like like an insect that knows a bird is about to swoop down and get them, and they figure the best defense they have is not to move because they blend into the background. The bird is looking at it going, I see you down there, cockroach. I'm coming to get you. I'm just not hungry right now, but I'll get you. Your employer is not twitching. They're just sitting there hoping that you won't ask. You won't make a mention of it. You won't do anything. That's what they're doing. That's what they want. They want to go every month through another pay period, not increasing their payroll. That's what they're doing. Now, it's possible that the plan was, we're going to reduce our workload by 5% anyway because we were overstaffed, or we want to max out our profits. We notice that the people who work from home are way more efficient, so we can reduce our workload by 5% or 10%. We can actually offload 10% of our employees because of how efficient the company has become. Because these people aren't commuting for an hour and a half each direction to come and go to work. They're at home now, and they just get the work done. And we just give them more work. We give them more work to do, and they do it because they don't have interruptions at home with the water cooler talk or Bobby talking to Billy about betting on Monday Night Football. I mean, there's none of this social activity between employees. It's just they're just at home working. You should be cognizant of that. Are you working 20% more or harder? Are your projects larger than before? I think it's time for you to, you may want to consider either kind of a work to rule kind of a thing, or mention to your boss that this project is going to take me an extra 20 hours of my time. I'm going to need $1,000 a month raise. Or $1,000 a week raise. I mean, whatever you can get. I need to be reassigned. I need to be reclassified as a higher level employee because you're having me do work that is at a much higher level than you hired me for. You hired me as a grade whatever employee, and I'm doing grade whatever employee stuff for you, and you're not paying me for it. So, sorry. It's I'm happy to work for you. Like I'm putting in my time. But if I can't get the work done, I just can't get the work done. And, I'm just not going to work extra hours for nothing because I'm a salaried employee. You don't pay me overtime. Boys, girls. If some of you are working weekends for your employer, When you show me working Monday to Friday, you have to quit that job. You've got to this job is either quit where you get something else to do within the organization, down to 5 days a week, or you find other work from other entities and you say goodbye to these guys, or you offer them 15 hours a week of your time. That's all you can spare. You have to wake them up. They need a dope slap. They need a dope slap. They have to be awakened because they don't get it. And or they do get it. They really do get it. They know they're messing with you. They know that of their 500 employees, the bottom 400 in their eyes are crap. You're replaceable. You're just a stiff. You're just another person we can find through an employment agency at a drop of a hat. That's their thinking. That's their mentality. Has been for decades. The top 100, the core of the company. The top 20, the core of the management, the top management. The top 5 make all the money. And from there, it doesn't trickle down. It's supposed to under the Reagan plan, but it never did. And so you're at the bottom going, yeah, I'm the one working 60 hours a week. I know the chairman of the board is working 60 hours a week. I know the president of the company works 60 hours a week. They live this stuff. This is all they dream about. But the decisions they make and the stuff they work on is not what I work. I work on the gunk. I work on the grunt stuff 60 hours a week, and they pay me as little as humanly possible because I am considered a liability. I am considered an expense. You're not considered an ally, an asset. You're an expense to the corporation. And you have to figure out a way to change that. And you may not be able to change their thinking, because if they've been able to do this for 20, 25 years as an ongoing organization, they're entrenched in their mentality. They're lost. They're a walking corpse. They're finished. They're stiff. And you can't thrive inside a dead corpse corporation. You just can't. There's no way. You're never going to be one of the top 40 or the top 20. It's not happening. If they haven't moved you up in the first 5 years you were there massively, you're never moving up. You're finito. All right. So you've plateaued. It's time for you to move on. And if you're in your 30s, in your 40s and 50s, you're at the peak of your career. Are you kidding me? You're like Joe DiMaggio, 12 years into a 25-year career. Joe DiMaggio in his 12th year was worth 10 times the money he was worth in his rookie year. This guy, for the next 10 years, is the smartest baseball player on the diamond. And any pitcher trying to throw him a fancy pitch, he's going to hit it. He knows every trick in the book. He has the physical and capacity to run the bases, think outside the box, know what this player's going to do when this happens and that player's going to when that happens. 15 moves ahead of everybody else. That's what you are. You guys with 5, 10, 15, 20 years of experience under your belt are so ahead of where you were as rookie employees. You are now worth triple what you were when you originally were hired, if not more, because you make the company so much money by saving the company so much money. There are people out there who watch me all the time who don't understand that it's not whether you're in sales or not that you're good for the corporation. It's whether you can save the company more money than they pay you to come in every day. And there are some of you out there who know, you deep down know this. For the last 5 years, you have saved your corporation millions of dollars of mistakes, millions of dollars of contract negotiation problems or negotiated settlement deals, a reorganizational whatever. You've come up with ideas after ideas after ideas to save the company you work for untold millions of dollars in expenses, which doesn't show up as gross sales, because there are companies that only think one way. They only think about, well, we got to increase our sales. If we increase our sales, we're a happening company. No, it's increase your profits. It's reduce your losses. And there are employees within these organizations that are totally unrecognized and will never be recognized because management, they don't get it. They're on the wrong side of the switch. They can't think on both sides of the profit line, the income statement. They can only think on one side. You guys are gold, Jerry, gold. You're gold. You're worth a lot of money, and you're lost. You are perfected and experienced loss prevention officers at another level. You're not finding pickpockets in a department store, or someone trying to steal a pair of gloves at a store. You are saving the corporation you work for untold millions of dollars, which allows the corporation to keep paying 100 people salaries without closing down entire divisions. There are other corporations out there who don't have top-end loss prevention people, and they bleed money like you can't believe. And they make incredible money in the front door, but they trickle with nothing out in the back door because they lose so much in the middle of making the money. They're so inefficient at making it and retaining. Where in your case, you might be a retainer, a real retainer of capital, but you're completely under recognized, and you're not recognized as an asset. You're still viewed as a liability to the company. And the company just expects you to do a good job. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your job. You're supposed to do. That's what I pay you for. Well, maybe it's time to go out on your own or go to another company entirely. Just quit your, stay with your job, find a new job, then quit this job and move over, or talk to a headhunter, or talk to a consulting, some kind of consultant to say, hey, look, I'm really thinking about going on my own here, blah, blah, blah. Or there might be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of you at the office who've been just pining, dying to get out, dying to make a better life. You bowl with these people. You play pool with them. Your families celebrate birthdays with these people. I don't know. You have associates. You have friends. You've got contacts. You may have a contact at another company that you've dealt with for years and years, and the two of you should be getting together and forming an alliance. I mean, there's a zillion ways to do this. Think like your bosses do, not your bosses. Think like the owners think. Think about your owners of the business that you are involved in. A lot of you are in family operations. You're in regional companies. Think like that for yourself now. You got to become entrepreneurial. It takes guts. But boy, after getting beat up for so long, isn't it time? What do you got to lose? What have you got to lose? You could go and get a job at Starbucks, schlepping coffee, and they'll start you at 17, 18 bucks an hour. With your management experience, you'll be a manager of that Starbucks within a year. You can be getting $22 an hour. Now you think about that. How much money are you making now for the hours you're putting in, not your salary? I'm talking about your hourly take-home pay. How much are you actually getting? You working 58 hours a week? Are you working at home now, putting in the 60 hours a week? Are you putting in overtime hours? That's 1.5 minimum, or not double, if not double time. You have to actually figure out, what are they really paying you net per hour? And then ask yourself, I make more money. I could make more money making coffee for a Starbucks franchise just down the street. And I only put in 6-hour shifts, and they love me over there. I love those kids. Might be a nice little break to clear the palate, just to kind of clear your head and just get away from the stress machine, this abuse, this constant mental suffering that many of you have been tolerating for decades. The American way? Yeah, the American way. You're at the top, it's good. You're at the bottom, not so good. Same thing in Canada. We call it the American way. It's the same thing in Canada. Might be the time. If I in any way can help you through what I do here, get you out of that grind, of that hellhole, of that crap existence, if I can somehow get you to the point where at 1 PM, you can walk outside your house and go, oh, wow, the sky's blue. Oh, it's a beautiful day today, because you can't do that now and haven't seen the outside world in years because of your employer. The only time you've experienced the world outside is on weekends, when you're not working. Now it's an everyday thing. You're going for a daily walk every day. That's part of your new regimen, or a bike ride, or whatever you want to do. I mean, you want to change your life. If I in any way am able to help you change your life through showing you how to write options to bring money in on an account you're sitting on, that you've been sitting on for decades, maybe that's why people are paying me $10 a month to be a member of this channel. That might be part of the reason right there. Or watching my classes, or you're reaching out to me saying, Bruce, I got to see you for an hour, man. I got to talk to you for an hour. I need one-on-one time here, because I know I can talk to you about the stock market. But I got to talk to you about everything else. I have nowhere to turn to to get me motivated. And I don't trust anybody else. I don't trust any of my relatives, because if I talk to any of my relatives about my plight, they call me a whiner, they call me a complainer, and they tell all the other relatives what a loser I am, or she's having mental problems and she's all stressed out, and you're going to get it back for years and years and years. Every time you meet a distant relative, they say, "Are you still having those problems? You need that crap? You don't need that crap. You got enough crap in your life." So some folks reach out to me because I'm an independent. I'm not going to be at your table for Christmas. I'm not going to tell your auntie M what's happening in your life. I'm not going to tell on you to anybody. There you go. Happy to do it. Do the best I can. Sometimes an outside view is all you need. Someone on the outside, where you can just tell someone your issues, and a person from the outside like me can say, "Well, have you thought of this?" And you'll go, "Geez, I hadn't even thought of that. I would never have thought of that." Well, that's because I'm not in your town. I'm not in your state. I'm not in your head. I'm not in your world. I'm not in your family. I'm not in your relationships. I'm not with you. I don't know your kids. I'm just a guy, in a den in Palm Desert, California, with a pretend lamp back here, who rents a Tesla and is homeless, who has no agenda. I mean, talk about a clean slate. Even I don't have. I don't have obligations. I mean, who else to take advice from? Who better than a guy like me? Oh my gosh! All I can give you is 66 years of experience, and just give it back to you. And I'm giving you experience I got from my dad, who I cherished. I'm giving you advice from my former father-in-law, who was no longer with me. He's still my father-in-law, but he's not here anymore. I can give you all the advice he's ever given me. I can give you advice that I've sucked out of thousands of people I've met over my lifetime. I mean, I'll just regurgitate as much of it as I can while it's still in here. I'm ready to go out. That's all I can give you. And maybe it's what you need. Maybe that's what yeah, you know what? That's a pretty dang good. I hadn't thought of that. Or I'd thought of it, but it was 2 years ago, and but I didn't look at it in the way you're looking at it. The angle you have on this is totally different than what I was thinking about. Or I heard a friend of mine who did this. What do you think about that? Hey, maybe we can help you. Can we make money in the market today? Maybe we can. We're up 304 on the Dow right now. We're up 43 on the S&P. We're up 180 on NASDAQ. We might have an up day here. I hope we have a full up day, not an up hour or an up half hour. We'll find out. Now, don't be discouraged. If the market starts with a roar and then pauses for like 45 minutes, because markets that do that can then surge even further as the buy wave comes through and no sell wave comes in, and the buyers go up, no selling, and we're going in. And that can happen here. So just be wary of how this market can go. We're talking psychology here, and there's a billion people's psychology that's going on. Remember, when you're selling something, someone is buying it from you. Okay? Remember, when you sell a stock, a company doesn't buy your stock from you. Right? Theoretically, I've talked to you a million times about Apple does buy its own stock back. So does Microsoft. They do have stock buyback programs, but they're not there looking for you to buy your stock from you. They're just putting in general buyers for corporate purposes. The reality is that 99% of all stock trading out there is done by human beings back and forth. Now, the human being you're competing against might be working for a bank, might be working for an insurance company, might be with a hedge fund, might be with an ETF, might be with a mutual fund company, a pension fund outfit, whatever. Doesn't matter. Could be just someone like you, somewhere right next door. Could be down the street, could be across the state, could be in another country. But when you buy something, someone is selling you something. When you're selling something, someone's buying it. And both of you have an opinion that's different than the other. Now, one seller is selling for tax loss reasons. A buyer is buying for capital gains. Someone is selling for profit. I'm profiting out. Someone is getting in to reposition themselves again because they sold the same entity, the same equity a month and a half ago for a tax loss. They want to buy it back now, get back in. I mean, there's a million reasons why everyone's doing what they're doing. The market is the great equalizer, and it treats everyone the same, mercilessly. The market has no conscience. The market doesn't care what you feel, doesn't care what you think, doesn't care if you like Mariah Carey more than Carrie Underwood. It doesn't care. The market doesn't care. You got COVID? I don't care. You don't feel well? I don't care. You feel great? I don't care. The market doesn't give a crap about how you're feeling and what you're wondering about, what your hopes, dreams, and aspirations are. The market doesn't care. It can't care. It's a market. It's a place where exchanges are made between people through this, instead of through human beings like me, where you used to call me and say, Bruce, I want to sell my so-and-so and I want to buy this because I feel that this might happen and that could happen and that's going to be, and I'd write the ticket, the buy a ticket, the sell ticket, and I hand it to my desk trader, and the feelings end right there. Because my desk trader goes, oh, Frommert and so-and-so are doing 2 more trades. Oh, man, when will they leave me alone so I can play crossword puzzles? What do you want to do? Oh, you want to sell this? You want to buy that? Okay, hang on. Yeah, sell 1,000 shares, blah, blah, buy 1,000 shares, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. You're failed. Shut up. Get away. Another happy day in the market. I call you back, and I give you the trades. How do we feel about that? The feelings come back into play. The market doesn't care. The market can't care, ever. If you watch Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, at the end of the movie, they're walking into the pit at what used to be the New York Mercantile Exchange to do some trading. And it's kill or be killed. And there's a great speech that Dan Aykroyd gives. It's comedic. It's so fun. It is so over the top crazy, but it's kind of accurate in a way. The market doesn't care. Okay, the market cannot care because there are trillions of dollars at risk happening, moving back and forth all the time, with billions of people over the day trading like crazy, because it's the same people that are trading all the time. As soon as you're a buyer, you're a potential seller. As soon as you're a seller, you're a potential buyer. This is a market with zillions of thoughts, hopes, dreams, aspirations, thoughts. Everything is all happening at the same time. The market can't possibly give a crap about what we think, and it won't. And that's the best part about the market. It's not political. You sell stock, you're not getting a Democrat. You're not getting a Republican. No, you're just selling stock. You're buying stock. You're selling stock. It's just a transaction. There's nothing to it. All right? It's the good old days. It's just business. Just like The Godfather says, it's not personal. It's just business. Okay, and it's just business. And you have to make business. And you can make business. And you can make business from your home. And you can make business from your rec room, and you can make business from wherever you've got that telephone. As long as you have a Wi-Fi or a cell phone connection, you can be in business, and you can take care of the business that you need to take care of. The good news is you don't have to compete with other hedge funds to make $1 million a month to pay for your overhead. You don't have to make $12 million a month to pay the rent in the downtown office building you're located in. You're at home. You've already got the rent paid, theoretically. You're already paying the overhead there. You're already at home. You already have the phone. You signed up for a plan. I don't know how long ago you signed up for the plan. You already got this. You got the internet. You're linked in. Start trading. So you're in business for virtually nothing. The key now is to not make mistakes and bring in some cash. And this is why we talk about writing options. And yeah, there's crazy ways to play the option market. You see these crazy ways all the time on my show, where some of my wonderful viewers and great members will say, I just bought some call options for 6 cents each. And they know that they're playing with crazy money. And they'll brag about their wins, but they won't even talk too much about their losses. That's okay. It's fine. It's all right. We love it. We love them. We love every trade they make. But if you really want to make money in this market, you've got to be the biggest SOB ever created on this planet. The good news is that no one knows that you're that person in the market. They don't know that. So when you sell a call at the high price that you want to get, and you put in a stink bid down there, I mean, just an insult to the market, and that market backs off a little bit, and there's a market seller desperate to get out of contracts, and you're the only buyer, they put in a market order to get out. The last trade was 180, and you're in there at 121, and they put in a market order to sell their contracts. It gets the market order goes to the highest bidder that's out there. That happens to be you. You get filled at 121, and the next trade you notice on that contract is 141, and the trade after that is 163, and you're just going, how did I get it at 121? That's incredible. The guy who sold it is going, how did I only get 121? Why did I only get one? Because you put in a market order, moron. You put in a market order and you hit the bids. The only bid was a 121 stink bid from one of Uncle Bruce's viewers. They thank you very much. They'll never get to know your name. You'll never get to know their name. But thank you for the free money. It's wonderful. You've got to be an SOB when it comes to buying and selling. You got to take your pound of flesh. Every time you trade, you want your pound of flesh because no one else is going to do it for you. There's no one else going to come to you and say, oh, hey, Joe, I think you should change your order just a little bit. The broker isn't going to call you up and say, hey, listen, we noticed you put an order in on your phone. We're over here at Fidelity. We think you should adjust your order. You could get a better price if you did that. They're not going to call you. They don't care about you. They don't know who you are. You're dealing with a computer. You're not dealing with a human being. The human beings at Fidelity, at Robinhood, at Webull, where they're not brokers. They're systems analysts that keep this running. They don't know the market. They don't know how the nuances of a call option work. They're facilitators. They're there to facilitate the trade and get the business done. Because the bottom line for Fidelity and Webull and Robinhood and anybody else in that business is to get trades cleared, get them done. That's how we make our money. Trades have to be executed. We don't care what price. We don't care how many shares. We don't care about your feelings. We don't care how happy you are. We don't care it's Christmas. We don't care. We just want to do the business, man. Because we, Robinhood, for example, every 13 weeks, we now have to go to Wall Street to show our books to these guys. Every 13 weeks, we have to declare how we did the quarter before. And our stock values will be directly affected by our numbers. And they don't care either. Wall Street doesn't care about Robinhood's feelings. Well, we feel our market, our trades are going to be better next quarter. We don't care. How much money did you make last quarter? Oh, well, we lost $500 million. Okay. It's a sell rating on your stock. There you go. Target price of $15. We don't care. That's all there is to it. Welcome to the I don't care market. With your buddy Bruce, who cares? I care. I really do. I care. I care about you people. I don't want you to lose money. I don't want you to make stupid, silly mistakes because I know some of you guys, a lot of you guys are going to get a trade here and there. You're going to make a real good deal on a trade. You're going to do very well on a trade. I love it. I love it a lot. But I want you to keep that money. I don't want you to give it back. I don't want you to lose it again. I want to keep you away from really making dumb decisions. So if this is helping, if it's helping on my rants, great. If it's helping during the day, during the market hour, great. If my classes are helping you become a smarter trader and a more ruthless trader, great. And if my one-on-ones motivate you and give you alternative thoughts and other ideas and reaffirm what you're doing right and reaffirm what you're doing wrong and help you guide you, fabulous. If you're out there trading the market like crazy and you're trying to, make a living for yourself and you're just not sure if it's going right or it's just not working out for you perfectly, you're the perfect candidate to send me an email and say, Bruce, I need to hire you for an hour. I need to talk to you face to face. I know you're going to be on this side of the screen over here, Bruce. I'm going to be on this side of the screen. We're going to be in a private session for an hour. And in 1 hour, we are going to cover a ton of stuff together. And within 3 minutes, you'll have already given me $1,000 worth of advice. So the $400 you're charging me is chump change. I actually am probably the cheapest advisor you can hire for an hour of my time at $400 an hour. I am cheap. There are guys out there charging thousands of dollars an hour. If you had a broker, I can tell you right now, you have a $500,000 account, you're paying a 2% management fee, you're paying $10,000 a year for that broker, $800 a month. That's like 2 hours of my time. You don't get 2 hours of that guy's time, girl's time. They're not going to give you 2 hours. You get in 3 minutes. What do you want? What do you want to know? Oh, I'll have my assistant figure that out for you. Oh, you have a question about your account? I got someone over here to get. I'll talk to you later. I got to go. Bye. Boom. You're not going to get an hour of that person's time, period. For the year, you're not going to get an hour of that person's time, but you're paying 10 grand for it. I'm cheap. But I think you can get your money's worth. And, but it's up to you. You have to decide what is your future worth, really. Are you going to make this investment of your time to check these classes out that I do? Are you watching me during the day to really suck in this absorb this information that you can't. Where are you getting this? Where else are you going to get this stuff from? There are some other YouTubers out there who are fabulous. They're fantastic. They're really good at what they do. But I do what I do, the way I do it. And, you know, the ex-broker, the ex-desk trader, the ex-vice president of a brokerage firm, partner of a brokerage firm, president of a public traded company. I got all the hats. I've worn them all. I've done it all over 40 odd years. And I'm just regurgitating back to you my experience from whatever angle I was at to help give you an idea of what is going on out there. And I'm trying to dumb it down so it's understandable because it's complicated. But you know what, kids? It starts with you. You got to make the first move. Welcome to the channel. Welcome watching me here from wherever you are around the world that you've made the first move already. You're here. This is fabulous. If you are just a casual observer of this channel, hey, it's free to watch, free to hear, listen, absorb. If you're a subscriber to this channel, hey, I thank you. If you've hit that bell notification icon, do they still offer that thing? I don't even know. If you hit the bell thing, you'll get notifications every time I do a new video and go live. But if you're making at least a partial move to better yourself, become a member of this channel. That ensures I'll still be here, but it also ensures that you're getting alerts on anything that's happening you need to know about. Something major is going on, I'll send alerts out to members only at any time of the day or night, weekends, what have you. Members get notification of classes when new classes are coming up. Members get notification of all kinds of stuff. And of course, members get to chat right here on my show. And you'll notice if you're just an observer or a subscriber, you're noticing that the members talk to each other all day long. This is what we're doing here. So some of them will throw me a question. By the time I read the darn thing, it's 15 minutes after the question was posted because I talk so much. The answer's already come out. Three of the viewers have already answered the question for that viewer. It's one of the advantages of being a member of this channel is that you're part of a group of people here who have the same objective you have. We want to make money. And they get it. And they're like you. They want to make money. And a lot of folks here are helping a lot of other folks out. And I love them for it. And it's the backbone of this channel. It's absolutely what makes this channel sing. I don't know if this is the case on all these other channels. I don't know. I do know, and I've been told that there are many YouTubers out there that are under the age of 30, 35. They're university graduates, so they're smart kids. But they've never been a broker. They've never been a financial advisor. They've never been a licensed anything. They're voracious due diligence people. I mean, they just take in knowledge, but they don't have any hands-on experience of what it's like to handle clientele in a desperate market situation. I've been through it a lot. That's what I have going for me is my experience. I don't have the looks that these young guys have. I don't have all the fancy tricks on the screen that these young guys have. I just don't. I just talk to my computer here in this room and try to react to your comments and go, hey, here's what's going on, man. Use your imagination, what's happening. But remember, the market doesn't care, okay? The other YouTubers don't care. They can't. Brokers don't care. Stocks don't care. Economies don't care. Everyone has their whatever they bow to, politicians' opinion polls. What can I tell you? They don't care. They can't. How can they? How can they care? It's okay. For you, I care. I do care. I do the best I can with what I've got. And if I can help you, as I say, become more successful, a better trader, a smarter trader, I'm really thrilled. And like I say, I welcome you all to the channel. As the members, again, members know. There isn't a single member that does not know how much I appreciate them being here. And you see their names saying hi to me, saying hi to each other. They're here. They're real. They're everywhere. We have viewers in Canada, the United States, the UK, Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, Spain, France, did I say Germany? Italy, they're everywhere. They're in Australia, New Zealand, they're all over. I got them everywhere. I got them in the Caribbean. They're everywhere. And I am benefiting from my members. Like my members are benefiting from me, I think, because they're giving me their experience of what's happening where they are. I talk about the COVID thing, and I get people from Europe telling me what it's like over there. They know personally what's happening. They have relatives there. They have friends. They're watching the news. They're giving us information through this that you can't get from any other source. There's no way. I mean, these people are literally there. I mean, they're all over. I've got Beach Boy in Israel. I got Rudy in Germany. They're everywhere. It's fantastic, and I love them all, and appreciate every one of you that are here. I want to wish all of you the best of the holidays, because I've got a moment before we start trading. The best to your families, your friends, your coworkers, your buddies. I hope everyone does well. We all survive this bloody virus thing. I hope it just gets better for all of us, and we can handle the new normal. In the meantime, while the new normal is being thrown around here and being discovered, we're going to try to make some money. All right, so let's make money in this market, and that way you can be more generous with people that you love and what have you, and plan your estate planning, plan your retirement planning, plan your life planning, plan your career plan, whatever it is you're doing. And if I in any way am helping you with that, I'm a happy guy. Fantastic. We are 4 minutes short of starting the day off. I've got the Dow showing a 281 point gain right now. And I've got S&P showing a 38.5 point gain. NASDAQ pre-market gain is 159.50. And that's pretty consistent because we're still up 0.8 of a percentage point on the Dow, the S&P, and a 1 percentage point gain on NASDAQ. That's been the same now for the last hour since I've been yapping away here. Crude is up $2.33%, up $1.60 a barrel. It's at $70.21 a barrel. Crude oil. Barely holding 70 at this point, but that's where it's at. And the good news is that oil and gas prices and gasoline prices, I'm sure where most of you live in North America, has been dropping, albeit nickels and dimes, maybe in pennies, but not quarters. It is slipping here and there. You've noticed it. It'll continue to do so. It takes a few months for the system to catch up. We'll see how low the oil wants to get to at this point in time. And of course, it's all dependent on how cold the winter will be. They say, don't buy too much into that. There's plenty of crude lying around. In Europe, it's different because crude oil, gasoline prices in Europe are so expensive because of taxation. It's a way to control pollution is to just tax the bejesus out of petroleum that people will use as little as possible. It's a precious resource, believe it or not. But here in North America, we slosh it around. We waste it. It's sad. I think I read something this morning about the EPA is raising the mileage requirements on autos or something like that. This has been a running joke for 40 years in North America, an absolute joke. The EPA has raised mileage standards from time to time, but each administration that comes in screws around with it. Republicans drop it, Democrats raise it, and it gets nowhere. It just gets nowhere. And the skies are full of the fumes. The smartest thing the automobile business ever did was make it almost impossible for us to see the emissions coming out of the tailpipes, because it's almost just comes out as clean air. If we had that kind of vision where we could see what really is coming out of these engines, we'd be horrified. I mean, horrified. But we don't see it. It's invisible to the naked eye. The scientists can measure how many pounds and tons of CO2 and everything else goes up there, but we don't see it. And if we don't see it, we don't believe it. See, there you go. What can I tell you? Anyway, I drive a Tesla, and I don't have to go to a gas station, which is fantastic. I get behind a car now and I smell exhaust. I go, oh, that doesn't smell nice. I don't like that. Where in the old days, we used to go, America, there's the smell of a car. Isn't that great? No, it's not. It's not great. Anyway, that's the way it is. We're opening up in a minute, so let's get ready to see how we're doing here. Thank you all for coming by and visiting with me, hanging out here with your fellow members and fellow subscribers and all of you folks out there, all my simpletons, as they say. Larry is getting ready to ring the bell for me, and boom, there it is. Larry, thanks, buddy. Larry Titus has rung the bell. That means we are officially trading in the markets right now. The pre-market is over, baby. It's all over, and now it's for real. The real market is on. We're really rocking and rolling. 100% of the market participants can trade, where with the pre-market, it's maybe 10, 15% of market participants are trading. Now we've got the real action going on. Let's see how it's really going. This is fantastic. What can I say? Thank you all for your comments. Here we go. Woot, woot. Good morning. There it is. Thanks, Laris Associates. Thank you, guys. Neat. Here we go. We're on our way. Merry Christmas to all. Your tree has lights. Right on, Sean and Wendy. Thank you, guys, for being here today from around the world with your buddy, Uncle Bruce. At least I hope I'm your buddy. 551 people are here right now, live at 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern time in the United States and Canada. 9:30 Eastern, 10 o'clock Newfoundland time for my friends in Newfoundland. They're a half hour ahead of New York. Did you know that? Newfoundland's a half hour ahead. Thank you. The Dow is showing at the moment a 380-point gain to start the morning. S&P is up 44 and NASDAQ up 156. So NASDAQ and the Dow are showing a 1% gain. And S&P is showing a 0.98% gain. Let's call it 1%. It's 1% across the board. We're higher. Fabulous. Alexander, hey, thanks for this donation. I'm bathing in a sea of green. You got to love that. Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much for this donation. You seem to make one almost every week, almost every day, actually, this early in the morning. I do appreciate all of these. They add up, and it's very kind of you, and it is much appreciated. We have 277 thumbs ups on this show already. Not bad for 554 people watching. If you're able to give this broadcast a thumbs up to help it give it a bit of momentum, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you all very much. I'm just waiting a minute or two for the market to get going so I can quote you how we're doing. I do see SoFi up 33 cents at 14.92, now 14.94. So it's a little better. Thank you. Noticing Apple right now at 170, 176, up $2. I know Nick is watching that very closely. Nick, I'm kind of thinking if that hits, 173, 174, that might be shortable again. I'm not sure. We'll have to watch the big market to see if the big market tops out. If this thing hits 173.45 and the market gets tired, then it's another short back to 168 maybe. There might be some opportunities there. My thoughts, just my hunches. GameStop right now, Goldman Sachs right now, 376.41 up 480 right now. So that's looking all right. Over at GameStop, 156.90 down 24 cents right now is what we're showing at the moment. I'm looking for first thing in the morning bump on GameStop. That's kind of what I was hoping to see. I really want to see GameStop reach that 163.65 level is what I'd really like to have. And then a bunch of you can then jump in with covered calls at like 165 for this Thursday or 170s for next week, Friday or something like that. Take advantage of a little run. But at the moment, we'll have to wait and see how it does this. The Dow is up 358, S&P up 45, NASDAQ up 176, NASDAQ up 1.18%. The other two indexes are up 1 full percentage point roughly now. Oil still up, $1.87, up 2.73% at 70.48. Running down some of our favorites, Rocket Lab, it's up 17 cents at 12.06. SoFi 15.03 just broke $15, up 44 cents. We've got GameStop, as I said, 156.44 down 70. Matterport 22.36 up 97 cents. Thank you, Matterport. ME 6.76 up 15 cents. Spire is right now up 8 cents to 3.47. ATIP up 13 to 3.22. Smart Rent 9.64 up 26 cents, and Sixtera 11.96 up 16 cents. Again, Apple up to 171.69, Goldman 375.44, Cisco 60.48 now, 60.48 on Cisco, down 12 cents. It's coming on. That I think will go higher as well. Those are some of the early indicators at the moment here. We'll keep an eye on all of this. Thank you guys so much for your kind words and support. I appreciate it. Mikey is saying, "Happy holidays. May your lampshades be straight." You're not my buddy, says Rob. You're my uncle. There you go. Yippee-ki-yay. 3:30 p.m. here in Germany. Beautiful stuff. Love Deutschland. Larry, I thought India was the only oddball with a 30-minute offset time zone. Uncle Bruce, COXT, warrant redemption, good or bad in the short term? What do you do with those calls? Yeah, look, I think that I can't comment for like short term, but the market is speaking for itself. It's up 21 cents to 1201. I'm a happy guy. If you've got warrants and you don't want to exercise them, you can dump them and sell them. I think you can convert them into stock. I think there's a conversion opportunity. You're going to have to read any of the press releases or any of the information you're getting from your brokers. Your brokers should be updating you with alerts regarding any of you who have warrants on this stuff. Check that out. It's a 1 hour difference to East Coast in PEI, it says. Rob, Larry, Newfies are a special breed. Indeed, they are. Alexander, if I take my family back to Normandy one day, I'll be night trading like you, not day trading stateside. There you go. Pickcomb says, I think SoFi is about to pop any day now. You could well be right. We're at $15 on SoFi, up 40 cents. Rocket Lab up 12 cents. GameStop still 155.15, down 199. Matterport up 111 to 22.50. ME up 17 cents. Spire up a dime. ATIP up 16 and a half. SmartRent up 31. Sextera up 23 to 12.03. AMC's up 65. Robinhood up 60. Robinhood up 43 cents. Pardon me. Vanik Vectors is up $5.12 right now. We've got Home Depot up $1.40 at the moment. We've got IBM. Hang on a second here. Here we go. IBM is up 91 cents as my iPad is fidgeting on me. IBM is up 91 cents to 127.97, trying to push 128 around. The Dow still showing 380 points on the upside, 41 S&P, 149 NASDAQ. They're pushing 1% gains across the board pretty well. Tesla up $13.81 to $913.75. Bed Bath Beyond up 76 cents. BlackBerry up 30. Royal Caribbean up 277 to 75.43. Goldman Sachs up 641 to 378 now. That's improving. I'm not surprised to see that. It kind of had a bit of an overreaction, I think, yesterday. This stock should be heading to 380.85, in my humble opinion. We'll see what kind of movement it gets, but it is stronger at 612 right now with a nice gain here. Cisco up 8 now. It's turned a corner. It's going higher at 60.40 to 44. We got Amazon up 5.70 a share. Facebook up $1.80, and Alphabet, which is Google, up 9.29. So we have generally a green day all over the place at the moment with very little red anywhere, even GameStop down $1. I mean, that's it, just $1 down. It could be GameStop is just getting a little bit of selling in here first thing in the morning, and that'll clear out, and then we pop higher. I'm waiting for GameStop to give us a bit of a run first before I really mention to you guys that you want to start writing calls on this stuff. 156.36 is not a high enough move. We're down 78 cents. It is coming on at the moment. GameStop is coming on. Now down 63 cents, getting better. Matterport up $1.55, 22.94. Oversold from that $37 run. We've had a few additional drops here. I'm wondering about Matterport. Will it be worth your while to write $25 calls? You need to be paid a decent premium for the offer, because in the case of Matterport, you cannot write weeklies. By the way, the Dow's now up 407 points. We're approaching that 433 point loss from yesterday. We're approaching that. 404 gain right now in the Dow. S&P up 45. NASDAQ up 167. We got this Matterport 2305. I mean, if it wants to go up a little more, $23.50, $24, writing 25s might be an idea. But you know what Matterport can do, and so do I. We've seen this go up $3-4 in a day. We're up 161. I shouldn't say only. We're up 161 a share. That's pretty good. But it could be double this. the way this thing's going. SoFi 1508 up 49 cents now. Rocket Lab 1195 up 6 cents. GameStop down only 18 cents. It's now down 14 cents. 157 on GameStop, down 14 cents. We're about to go green on your GameStop from what I can sense. I just sense it's doing a little gyration here, but it might just push into the green. ME 671 up a dime. Spire up 13 cents to 352. That is so oversold. ATIP 324 up 15 cents. Smart Rent up 31. Cyxtera up 41 cents to 12.21 a share. All-time high right now. Again, this has been now a week of hitting new all-time highs every day or two. We seem to be hitting new all-time highs. The volume on Cyxtera with a 41-cent gain, 13,700 shares. And I kind of wonder, because Cyxtera is redeeming out those warrants, they are forcing people to get rid of the warrants and turn it into stock. This could help stock volumes. That might be part of the plan here, to get warrants out of there, turn them into stock, and now we have more shares in the pool that can trade, more liquidity. That is a good thing, because Cyxtera sure needs more trading. It is not trading enough stock to give me mega confidence. I want volume here, baby. I want millions of shares a day. I don't know if we're even going to get it with this deal, but it'll help. Smart Rent up 31 to 969. The volume on that one, 15,000 shares. Unbelievable. ATIP with a 14-cent gain. Volume, 125,000. Spire, 15-cent gain to 354, the high of the day. Volume, 31,000 shares. We're just not seeing the numbers. It's just not there. The stock was in the 360 range yesterday. The stock was in the 390 range last week. In the last month, we have come from the $5 range down to here. And in 3 months, we've come from the $19 range all the way down to here. So this stock has a long way to recover from. And today could be the first day of many, we hope. ME up 3. Matterport up $1.33 to $22.72. GameStop down 43 cents, 156.71. SoFi up a quarter to 14.84. Rocket Lab up 3, 11.92. The Dow right now holding a 345 gain after touching 400. We are at up 35 on S&P, and we're up 130 on NASDAQ. Again, the first half hour to an hour is the shakeout. How strong is the buying really, and how deep are the pockets of the buyers? This is what we're going to find out very quickly here. Is this just a flash in the pan, dead cat bounce, or what? GameStop just popped up 32 cents right now to 157.46. It just had been a little higher than that. The high of the day now, 158.47 on the stock. It just touched that a few moments ago. We're at 157.46. So we're just getting a little bit of a pop here on GameStop. We'll see if it continues. The volume at the moment, 129,900 on GameStop. And that is not heavy by any means. It's a 32-cent gain at the moment, 157.46 on GameStop. All right. Let's see here. Up 85, 157.99. Looks like 158 is around the corner to be broken again on the GameStop. Fine with me. Get into that 163.65 neighborhood. That's where I'd like to see this thing pop to. It can do it at any time. It's just a matter of how fast. We'll have to wait and see. Every trade is an adventure. What can I say? We're holding green more or less. We're down $1 on Home Depot. We're still up 324 on the Dow. Apple up 121. Microsoft up 315 a share. Tesla up $16. Apple did touch 172 this morning. I'm kind of wondering if Apple on a second buy wave, if that's what we're going to get here, a little pause at the moment, only 14 minutes in, and then another wave of buy. Could Apple reach 174.75? We'll see. That might be a short opportunity. I don't know. Mention that to Nick, if he's out there. Anyway, there you go, everybody. Thank you. Let's see. Rob is saying, I got a 170 covered call stink offer on GameStop for Thursday, but unless it pops a few bucks, I don't think I'm going to get it. Cheddar thinks it's a dead cat bounce. Bought my covered call back at break even, so GameStop probably won't run up today. Sorry, guys, says Frumbler. Cyxtera over $12, says Rob. 12.06. Yeah, that was a few minutes ago. We're now at 12.17 on Cyxtera. high of 1221 on 16,000 volume. Wow. Smart Rent up 26. ATIP up 12. Spire up a dime. ME unchanged. Now down a negative. Now down a penny. ME went red. Matterport up 118. GameStop up 165 to 158.99. Even higher, 185. Pushing now for 159 on your GameStop. SoFi up 26, Rocket Lab up 4. The Dow still showing a 305 gain, now 309. S&P up 33, and Nasdaq at 118. We're back to the 0.7 to 0.9 of a percentage point gain on the markets at the moment. Watching this initial wave coming in and a little pullback, and now what do we have? Do we just do we drip off, or do we go sideways a while, or is there a second wave coming on to take us higher? GameStop has got a second wave. It's 159.35. It definitely started weak and now is surging higher into the 159 range, but it is going to jump dollars here, 50 cents a dollar back and forth right now, going forward. We'll watch this very closely, as we always do, and see how you guys can do with it. Let's go here. Let's see. 1510 on SoFi. Let's go. Let's go. What else is going on here? Let's go. A lot of people have got hopes, wishes, and aspirations. Uncle Bruce, I bought SoFi at $23 when I converted options to stock, but now I'm down, and I'm thinking of converting my stock back to January 2023 options to get leverage back for the inevitable move back up. What are your thoughts? No, I wouldn't bother with that. I just sit on the stock and get ready to write call options soon. I think you're going higher. Uncle Bruce, thoughts? I have 15 Spire 750s for February. I can roll them out into May's for May 22s for $5, or stay in February and roll them down to 4 for an additional $375. I like that move. I like that move to 4. I like that move a lot. If you can roll them to $4 for only $375, I would make that move. Yeah, that I like a lot. All of you guys should consider that. If you can take your Spire 750s and turn them into $4 call options instead for the same month for not a lot of money, I would make that move. Absolutely, I would do that. Let's go. Sextera 1220 said, Rob. Let's see. Might be able to get out of my 1250s with a profit. Woohoo, says Rob. Let's see. What else is going on here? Watching these stocks here. We're down a penny on Rocket Lab right now. We're up 23 on SoFi. We're up $1.17 on GameStop. We're up $1.01 on Matterport, down 3 cents on ME, up 7 cents on Spire, up 9 on ATIP, up 26 Smart Rent, and Sextera 1211 up 31. Dow holding 305 gain, 32 gain on S&P, and a 93-point gain on Nasdaq, 0.7 to 0.86% on the markets right here at this moment. Let's see what else is happening. Dr. Walter Daniel, I have a lot of February calls with strikes of 750. Movement to 4s. I like this idea. Let's see. Let's go. Looks good. Okay. Let's go. Are you making money? People, hit that like button here. GameStop going to 225 the next day or two, says Daniel. Don't know why, but he thinks. Bobby cannot see a lockdown until after the holidays, but who knows, says Bobby. Rocket Lab 1 penny higher. SoFi up 26. GameStop 158.48 up 137 now. 158.51. Matterport back up $1.30. 22.69. ME down only 2 cents. Spire's up 7. ATIP is up a dime. Smart Rent up 26, and Sextera up 31. Dow is up 301. S&P looks like a 30-point gain, and Nasdaq 102-point gain right now. That is where we're at the moment. Oil up 185 to 70.46. Okay, we'll do Bruce, Uncle Bruce. I'll look into it now. There you go. Good moves there. Those are good ideas. Then any of you who have ATIP options, if you've got ATIP 6, 7s, anything like that, you might want to look at rolling into 4s and 5s, anything like that if you can. Definitely want to get closer to this market. If there's a surge up, you want to be immediately rewarded with virtually at the money, in the money position here. Smart rent is now 990. You're sitting on 1250, so you can push into tens instead. Look at that idea. Let's see. 23andMe, can you move from $10 contracts to 750s? Can you move from 1250s to 750s or 10s? Can you do those kinds of moves? Even if you have to go forward a couple of months, give yourself a little more time, get closer to this market. Matterport, if you're long contracts, 30s, try to move into 25s. Even if you throw in a little extra money to make a $5 closer move, worth your while. If you're thinking of writing calls, take a look at Matterport 25s perhaps, but give this stock a chance to make a run. It is up 123 right now, and that's not bad today. GameStop is negative again, negative 8 to 24 cents, depending on what trade you believe. 156.90 down 24 cents. SoFi up 18 to 14.78. Rocket Lab down 1 penny at the moment as we're going through this first 25, 30-minute adjustment here on this market. We're only up 237 on the Dow. As I said, we ran up to over 400. Now we're down, we're still up 237 to 244 points, but we've got this pullback. The question is how severe, and is there a secondary wave to take us to this higher level, or do we now steadily run higher for 4 straight hours with a gain on the day? I don't know. We are showing a lot of gyration right now on these markets, and it's trying to figure itself out. I think we have a battle between the last of the tax loss selling and the bargain hunters coming in after the tax loss sellers are gone. I think this transition is happening right here, right now, in front of our eyes. And it began yesterday afternoon when we bottomed out down 700 points. I think we're down 720 on the Dow at one point, and we only ended up down 430, and now we're up 240 from that. So I think the continuation is on. I think it's already happening as of yesterday. Let's see. What can we do? Cheddar Sachs, Brucey, I bought in the money $13 calls for Jan 21 expiry. What do you think? I paid $250 for them. In the money calls 13. You got to be talking SoFi, right, Cheddar? Yeah, on SoFi. There it is. Thanks, Cheddar. So you paid $250 for 13s. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Well, you're 184 in the money, so you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. And you've got January's. I mean, it's close. Don't like that you're that close, but I get it. I get you. I know what you're doing. You got a deal here, and so hey, stock wants to pop a couple of bucks. You're laughing. Absolutely, you are laughing. All right. Let's see. Aviator says Harvest is 1,200 Spire losses for a GameStop March 150. Again, I'm not sure what that actually means. Did you buy a call? I'm not sure. Let's get John Cheddar is saying, no, what's this? Lobo Blast. John, I have 2 of the same calls. I will roll them over. I was just about to sell them this week. Cheddar, sheet, you already know, Rob. Laugh out. It's honestly probably why my brain forgot to type SoFi. My subconscious is like, they know. Laugh out. I did, says Rob. Phone is here. My ATIP is not even worth a rollover. Buy a bunch of them back. Can't even pay for one new option at the moment. Cheddar, so if someone here sold me those $13 SoFi calls, I'm going to exercise those contracts and take your shares. Says Cheddar. Ho, 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 ho. Daniel, GameStop being shorted by ETF leaps and GameStop quarterlies, which expired on Friday. Exposure should show itself by market open tomorrow. End of their T+2 settlement period, if right, says Daniel. Daniel's thinking something's going to happen. People are betting on a move coming on GameStop. Go for launch. Should be a good week for GameStop, is saying. Coyote, I think these are pretty good. I cannot imagine SoFi continues to dip like this with the Super Bowl and possible charter coming up. Daniel's crossing fingers here. Aviator, yep, sold Spired by GameStop option, got a $3,000 loss for the tax man. I see. Rob, yeah, I like how Sixter is holding over 12.10 for more than a minute. Sixter up 12.13, up 33 cents. Smart Rent up 48 now, 986 higher. It's coming back, getting back some of those losses from yesterday. ATIP up 7, Spire up 11. ME unchanged. Matterport up 104. GameStop down 42. SoFi is still up 18. Rocket Lab up a penny. The Dow up 279 now, improving a little bit. We'll see how that works. S&P holding a 25.6 point gain. NASDAQ up 83. The markets are up 0.5% for NASDAQ, S&P, and up 0.75 of a percentage point for the Dow. That is what's going on right now. Alrighty, let's keep an eye on all kinds of stuff. We are watching tons of stuff happening all at the same time. GameStop right now down $1.07 to 156.07. The volume on GameStop is showing 214,000. Matterport 2236, up 97 cents on 825,000. Light volume on some of these stocks. We're down 9 cents on ME. Spire up 11. ATIP up 6.5. SmartRent up 42 cents. Cyxtera 1213 up 33 cents. 1212, and the volume is 33,500 shares. Robinhood up 24 cents. Vanek up 3.89. Home Depot down $3. IBM at 128.49, up $1.43. The Dow up 262. Microsoft is positive 271. Apple positive, but only 65 cents. Tesla up $7. Royal Caribbean up 272. Goldman up 442 right now. Cisco down 12. We had a pop right off the bat, then a pullback, a little easing up, but still high, still up. We're up 262 on the Dow. We're waiting to see what is the wave. Is there a secondary buy wave coming, or is this peteling out, or where are we at? Are we now going to get bargain hunters nipping away at cheap stock here and there? Is there a lot of rollover going on? Time will tell. We'll watch it, see what it wants to give us. 156.69 on GameStop. I think we just had a dip here to the 155 level. We were at 155.14 on GameStop. That was the low just a moment ago. We're back to 156.64. We popped $1.50 on the other side on the next trade. I don't know what to make of this. Was this a shorter, or was this someone being blown out of a position and the stock immediately jumped up? Or is this the beginning of a downward trend? We'll find out in a few minutes. 156.57 on GameStop, down 51 cents now. 156.63 on GameStop. Where else are we at here? Cyxtera 1210 and SmartRent 980, up 42 cents. Okay. The Dow 275, 276 on the upside. S&P 26 point gain. NASDAQ 78 point gain right here, right now. Alrighty. Let's see. Pick Coma says SoFi will not be at 14 or less forever. I can taste this. H. Gregory just watched Die Hard for the first time all the way through. Just realized I have the same initials as Hans Gruber. Ho. Cheddar, I'm a big fan of Cyxtera. I thought it was the dark horse this whole time. That might end up being the number 3 Brucey pick here. GameStop down 34 cents. Rocket Lab just went negative, down 6. SoFi up 15. Matterport up 72. ME down 12. JJ, should I hold on to my Spire? January 23, $5 call. I paid $1.94. They're now 92 cents. So my Spire, January 23, $5 calls. Should I hang on to them? I'd hang on to them. Yeah, I'd hang on to them right now. Let this tax loss thing go. Give it another couple of weeks. See what we're going to do here. You've got a year anyway. SoFi and Matterport are 1 and 2. Yeah, JJ, yes, I have those two. I am holding. You got a year, bro. Associate, hey, turns out my average on SoFi is now exactly 15 with current conversion rates. JJ still holding CY, XE warrants. Cheddar, sell them. JJ, average down on them if you can on the contracts. No, I didn't jump in pre-merger, says Cheddar. My girlfriend actually has some, and she thinks it's funny that she jokes about having warrants out for their arrest. Rob should have bought more Spire yesterday at 336. Ah, well, Spire 346 though. 315 on ATIP. So I said earlier in the show I'd be a seller of short-term calls. Then I buy SoFi 13s for January level. This is why I bought in the money though. Associate Cheddarsack now third, or in my opinion, Brucey pick is definitely going to be Rocket Lab. I really like Cyxtera as a company, but the stock just doesn't have any market interest. That is an issue, and we've brought this up a million times. Where are we at now? Rocket Lab down 7, SoFi up 20, GameStop down $1.34, Matterport up 82, ME down 13. The Dow is now up 290, a little better. S&P up 26, NASDAQ up 74. Oil at 70.31. Let's go. What are we going to see here? We got a lot to watch here, guys. A ton to watch. Boy, what can I say? What can I tell you? So much going on, all concurrently. Just going to try something here. Just pop that in there. There we go. And here we are. And just hang on there with me. Let's go. And yep. There's a headline in the Wall Street Journal that says, booming U.S. economy ripples worldwide, straining supply chains and driving up prices. Airlines are preparing for a busy travel week coming up. Let's see, what else have we got here? Trying to watch zillions of things happening all at the same time. My goodness, so much fun. Okay, and let's see. Okay. We're still showing. We're now at 318 on the Dow. We're up 325 on the Dow now. S&P up 29, NASDAQ up 88. We're climbing again right at the moment. Let me just double check on this right now. I'm showing, let's see here, Rocket Lab, 1185, down 4, volume 260,000. We've got SoFi at 1490, up 31 cents on 5.4 million. We've got GameStop 155.53, down 161 on 200,000. Matterport 22.54. We're up $1.14 on 790,000 shares. ME 651, down 11 cents. We've got Spire at 350, up 11 cents on 47,000. ATIP 315, up 6 on 156,000. Smart Rent up 45 to 984. Cyxtera up 34 cents to 1214. And that's just short of a high. It's now 1215. High is 1221. For the all-time high just a few minutes ago. IBM is at 128.48, up 142, and Apple up 83 now to 170.58 today is where we're at right now. This is where we have stocks trading at some green, some red. Right now, the red are Rocket Lab, GameStop, and ME. Everything else is showing green at the moment. The Dow up 318 now, climbing again. S&P up 28. NASDAQ up 90. So we're improving at the moment on this overall market. It wouldn't take much for Rocket Lab to go green. It's only down a penny now, and we're only off 11 on ME at 650 a share. GameStop down only 79 cents. It's improving as well. GameStop seems to be coming back on right now again at the moment. Here we are. 156.41, down 73 cents. Volume 175,000. We have improved from December the 15th when we were sitting around this 140 to 42 range, 145 range, and now we're in this 155, 156 range. We've got some improvement, but we would like to see a bit more. Thank you very much. That would be handy. We'll see what's going on. Okay. Thank you all very much for hanging out. We've got a bunch of you folks following me today. Appreciate that. 557 of you. How are we doing for thumbs up? So we've got 320 thumbs ups. Michael Bowe saying he's a member for 3 months. Thanks for all the free guidance, Uncle Bruce. Hey, buddy, thank you for being here. Appreciate that you're here with us. Nice to have you, and thank you Thank you for your kind words today. I love it when you guys get these anniversary announcements. You're allowed to do those. I don't see them on my StreamYard software page here, but I do see it on the actual page. Again, thank you for thumbs ups. 329 now have come in. 331 on the thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate those. Alrighty. I love this. Just watch Die Hard. My initials are Hans Gruber. Oh man, I love that. Here we go, SoFi. Come on, SoFi. Break through 15 again. Do us proud, please. 14.98 right now, up 39. We're coming on again. Matterport coming on. 22.84. We're coming back up here on Matterport. Spire up 11. ATIP up 7.5. We're coming on. Sextera 12.08. We got some gains, more gainers coming in here. We're up 303 on the Dow. Let's see. Yep, Rob is saying the $16 calls on SoFi for next Friday are 37 to 39 cents, or you could go from at the money at 15 or get 74 to 77 on 15s that are just right at the money now. That's all premium, though. That's the problem with options. You can write them for that, or you can buy them for that. Are you a gambler? I wouldn't be writing them. GameStop is bipolar, says Dan. Let's see. Rob was thinking maybe a stink offer on the 16s for like 49 cents. Try to catch a run. One never knows. 14.96 on SoFi, holding a 37-cent gain. We're down only a nickel on Rocket Lab. GameStop still down 125 right now, 155.89. And Spire is at 350, up 11 cents. And we're up 7.5 on ATIP at 316.5. It's 33.5 cents behind Spire. The two are getting that close now. Smart Rent up 42, Sixtera 12.10, up 30. And Apple 170.83, up $1. Tesla up $6, and Goldman Sachs up 5.39 to 3.77 at the moment. Okay, Rob, boom. 1502. Yep, 1505. Boom, boom. 1505 on SoFi, up 46 cents. High today, 1514. 6.9 million volumes. SoFi's coming on. We got a wave buying into SoFi. 392 is the gain on the Dow at the moment. Now call that a 300-point gain. We seem to be hanging around. There doesn't seem to be a drop-off on the market of any great extent. S&P up 28, NASDAQ up 101. So NASDAQ is up 0.68%, S&P up 0.63, Dow up 0.87. So these are good gains, holding the gains from this morning's first initial move. Okay. All right. Let's see where we're going. KW, this has got to be getting better eventually. It's just gotta. I agree with you. 1505 on SoFi right now. Up 46 cents. Rocket Lab about to go green. It's only down 2 cents. ME is going green again, only down 6. Matterport up to 2302. Boom. Up 164 on your Matterport. It's coming on. 14-cent gain on Spire coming on. Smart Rent up 54 at 992. It's going for $10 coming on as well. Definitely an up movement right now. Good morning, Jen. Says false. She's not here yet, but I hear her. She's out there. GameStop 156.15 down 99. We're coming on again on GameStop. Will we get a run on it or not? We're watching closely. 325 gain on the Dow. We're improving. Definitely moving higher. 0.94 of a percentage point higher. So the Dow is definitely ticking up right now. Beach Boy says that AP reports UK offers 1.3 billion of the hospitality business hurt by Omicron. Don't know how much of a relief that'll be for all the thousands of businesses, but it's a gesture. It is a gesture of some sort, I suppose. Fun times. Alrighty. Let's go here. Get that out of there. And out of there. Okay. Thank you, everybody. We are moving right along with a 307 gain. Thank you all for being here and watching this market with us. Appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing and becoming members today. Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. Nomacity, I've been a member for 8 months, Bruce. 8 months later, I'm great at losing money, a true expert. Right on, man. You finally figured something out you're good at. Finally, it took a while, but we figured you out. And now you know, don't pay attention, Uncle Bruce, lose money. There you go. Or pay attention to wrong stuff, Bruce says, and lose money. I don't know. Whatever it is, it is. We got a 300-point gain on the Dow led by Nike, Boeing, and American Express. They are saying 320 gain right now on the Dow, 26 on S&P, 80 on NASDAQ. We're up $2 a barrel on oil right now. Okay. GameStop only down 31 cents. 156.83 on GameStop. It's coming on. It's going to go green here in just a moment. We're green on Rocket Lab now. We're back to break even. Looks like we're going green here. Up 154 on Matterport, only down 9 on ME. The greens are coming back in. We're up 61 on Smart Rent, $9.99 a share on Smart Rent. We're coming back. Definitely coming back. Very good. The Dow up 320. Apple still only up 57 cents. Sluggish. It's a stock that wants to be shorted, but I don't know when the right time to pull this pin on this thing is. We're up 333 in Royal Caribbean at 75.99. Goldman up $6, going up higher, 630 now. Goldman rising again. Cisco still down 17 on the day at 60.18, but it did hit 60 even, and it's bounced up 18 cents in the last 7 minutes on Cisco. Now 60.20 on Cisco. Those of you who have been buying calls in the money on Cisco, you're looking for a run into the 61, 62 range and then start writing call options. That's what I think you're looking for. Let's see how it goes. Amazon down 18, Facebook down 86 cents, and Google up 31 cents right now. All righty. Watching. 1501 again on SoFi. Boom. Went through it again. Let's see. A sign says, I sold my Sextera warrants today. I had to call my broker to get it done. It was legendary. Do you want a fixed price or marked? I chose marked. You got 319. We'll transfer the money. Good evening. Thank you. Let's see. Thumbs up the video for Uncle Bruce, says KY. Thank you, buddy, or gal, or whomever. Thank you, KY. Rob, how to lose money in plain English when Bruce says buy in the money far out calls, buy short-term out of the money calls because they're cheaper and you can buy more. There you go. Thanks, Rob. John, not looking like I'm going to get that rollover. $4 calls moving away from my bid right now. Gosh darn it. That's what he's saying. Gosh darn it to heck. Rocket Lab up a penny. SoFi 1504, up 45 now. We're 70 cents down on that GameStop. Still waiting for a recovery here. Matterport up 151 to 22.90. We're down a dime on ME. We're up 13 on Spire, up 8 on ATIP. 60-cent gain on Smart Rent and a 28-cent gain on Sextera. The Dow up 330 points, climbing. Looks like it's climbing. It went down to like 240 and then came back up now to be up 330. 27.6 on S&P and NASDAQ up 78 points, pardon me. Up half a percentage point on NASDAQ. Right on. This is what we have. A little bit of a mixed market on some of our stocks, but definitely green on the big markets. Definitely green. Very good. Very good. Okay. Robinhood holding a 37-cent gain. AMC up 145. We got Vanik up 323, Home Depot down 380 here. IBM holding 128. We're up 350 on the Dow, up again. Apple only up 38 cents, 170.13. It just doesn't have it's not the leader, isn't it? It's not leading. It is lagging. You got to wonder if the Dow, has any kind of a falter. Will Apple drop $3-4 a share? There might be a short opportunity there. Tesla up $3. We got Goldman up 688 now, up 7. Goldman up $7, 378. Those of you who are looking to write poor man covered calls on Goldman, keep an eye on this upward movement as you approach 380. You might be writing 380s for Thursday to take advantage of a little, perhaps some premium if you can get it, and or looking at writing 385s for next Friday for time depreciation. Or 390s for the Friday after that. It's a question of just the best premium you can get versus time you have to give it. Keep an eye on that. Very interesting. Alrighty, let's go. Adventure with Duncan, I got to run. Some bad storms here in Florida. Ventures, you take care. Austin, I've got a cap gain of 30,000. Should I unload ATIP, take a 30,000 loss, and roll it into SoFi Matterport? Well, there's capital gains, capital losses. This is where your tax person comes in. Let's see. Say SoFi's looking decent today, says nephew Nick. Beach Boy, Adventure with Duncan, stay strong, Duncan. You can do it. Hang in there, buddy. We've got Goldman up 688. We're now showing a Rocket Lab up 4 cents. SoFi 1509 up 50, climbing. GameStop only off 72 cents now. Matterport 2311 up 172, climbing. ME only off 4 or 5 cents. Aspire up a dime. ATIP up 8. SmartRent 998 and Cyxtera 1210. Fabulous. 330-point gain on the Dow. Miss Jennifer, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Hanging on.
Winter solstice. Shortest day of the year.
Solstice with the mostest. And this is it. The days, I love when the days get longer. I love it when the days start getting longer.
In the mornings, you were saying?
No, afternoons.
Oh, in the afternoons.
Yeah, we've been getting later sunsets. Yeah. Now we're going to get earlier sunrises as well. So that means on both ends. But we're getting
2 more hours of sunlight here than we would in Calgary.
Yeah.
But then Calgary's going to kick our butt in that category once spring and summer.
Sure. But the angle of the sun is higher for us. That's why the grass is green here.
That's right.
That's why plants grow year-round here, crops.
Water.
And we have water. We have the Imperial Valley all around us, just to the east of us. All the vegetables grown in the Imperial Valley, and then north of LA, all that irrigation up there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, all
the growing,
to Napa.
What we grow, the amazing food basket of the United States. It's incredible. Indeed it is. 1510 on SoFi, or up 51 cents on SoFi.
Oh, there you go.
Go, SoFi, go. Give us a $3 move today. How about that? We'll take that. GameStop just went green. Up 79 cents on GameStop, pushing 157.93 right there. This is got to be updated. Let's see if we can refresh it. Boom, 157. It's higher, and it's moving higher. Lovely.
There you go.
The Dow is up 382. Another run, another surge. We're pushing for a 400-point gain. This is pushing the highs of the day right now. 111 gain on NASDAQ, 35 on S&P. The markets are moving higher. Look at the Rocket Lab. It's up 6. We're up 48 on SoFi, up 50 cents on GameStop. Matterport up 175. Envy only down a penny. Aspire up 10. ATIP up 7.5. SmartRent up 60. Cyxtera 1210. Hit a new all-time high this morning. 20
and this might be our last day of any kind of volume as people start to move around the country and taking cars instead of planes.
I used to say this,
yeah,
but I don't believe it is so much. We're now everything's on our phones.
So mobile.
Yeah, our brokers used to take holidays at Christmas time, and we didn't call them. Or we knew as brokers, our clients used to take holidays and we didn't call them. It doesn't matter anymore.
I know.
Who has a broker? So many of us trade ourselves. We're going to be trading right through Christmas. As a matter of fact, we have more time now in the next few days than we normally have because we get time off from work, which means we have full time to spend attention to the market, which means the markets could be busier. Think about that. We could trade even more.
I heard another statistic. This is a Canadian statistic.
Okay.
But in Canada, the media has also, as I think in the United States, said how, these millennials are getting the government money and now they're not going to go back to work. And that's why we have a shortage. 95% of the people who aren't going back to work are 50 and over.
That's right. That's right. We have talked about this here. Yeah, we have talked about.
It's us.
It's us. It's the boomers. The boomers are going, let me get this straight. My house is $150,000 more valuable than it was a year ago, 2 years ago, or it's $300,000 more valuable. If I sell this piece of crap, kids are gone. Mom and I turn around and pick up something smaller. We cash that gain, and in Canada, it's tax-free house gain. We put that into our retirement. We can self-manage our own wealth. What the hell am I working
And
for?
that's what they're saying with the markets going up as they are. That
I'll watch
they're
Uncle Bruce.
they're like, I'm not going back to
I'm
work.
going to
I
watch Uncle
mean,
Bruce and learn how to write call options
crazy.
and never go back to work again.
That's right.
There are 45, 55-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 7-year-olds who are looking at me going, "This is the answer." Yeah,
That's
baby.
it. They say if you love what you're doing, you never work a day in your life.
That's right. If you love writing options and making money,
I should
is
put
that
that on
working?
a pillow.
Hey, we should put that on a t-shirt. Alexander at $4.99 donation. Thank you, buddy. Algos never sleep. The algos never sleep. Thank you, pal. I appreciate this donation. Second one today. Thank you very much, man. That is
So what's it going to
appreciated.
be today?
Oh, it's a schmea day.
Oh, is
It,
it?
it's a
Kind of
it,
feels like a schmear day.
we got
It's very
schmea
cloudy
all
out
over this
here,
market.
and,
Yeah, we do.
yeah, what did they called it yesterday? White gold.
White gold.
And apparently Philly is having a cream cheese
That's right.
drought
Philadelphia.
or something. They're just, I don't know. I don't know where all the cream cheese is. Wait, I do. It's in my fridge.
I bought a package of cream cheese from Costco 2 weeks ago, and Jen would not let me hear the end of it. And now she's reading articles about how valuable this stuff is. All of a sudden, I'm buying low, and maybe we can sell high.
There you go.
Or we could eat high.
And another thing I heard on the radio this morning, one of these things you know that somebody sells it because you see them, but you don't think about it. So there's these leaves on let me see if I can show you. Yeah, that go whoop, 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 and they're called monster somethings, and I don't know the last name of them because I have such a black thumb. But it used to be that you could buy a nice one of these for like $15. Well, now they're going for like $1,500
For these plants?
Yeah, because people are at home taking pictures and they really like this picture. Like if you had a real background, you could have one of these monster leafy things in. So people are now turning a room in their house, and they're not growing weed anymore.
No, they're growing these plants.
They're growing these plants
to make a bunch of money on these plants. Oh man!
I tell you,
what does this world come to when it
What
doesn't
is
pay to
this
grow
world
your own
coming to?
weed anymore? I mean, what has this world come to? Oh my gosh! You can go
What
straight.
can you do?
You can go straight. I mean, there's guys in prison going, "Wait a minute,
Wait,
I'm in jail for 8 years, 12 years for growing that stuff. I could have been growing this stuff and making all kinds of money legally.
Who knew?
What?
There'd be a run on this particular.
I can grow
Isn't that
plants in the
insane?
harshest of conditions to try to avoid authorities. This stuff I can
That's
grow in
right.
my house.
Hydroponics, man.
Come on, man. Oh, there's people coming out of prison soon who will come out and go, I'm employed. I got my future figured out here.
That's right. I know how to grow this stuff.
I know how to grow this stuff. Hey, look at that GameStop, 159.94 up 280. Look at the Dow up 393. We're going higher, 159.94. Look at that.
Something nice for
We're going up. Well, as I said, I was expecting GameStop to go to this 160, 65 neighborhood, and then maybe look at writing call options. We're now pushing 160, baby. We're pushing it. This is the high of the day. Come on, GameStop. It did touch 160 for a second. It's going to go through it. Fabulous.
So is it still called an option for this Friday, even though Friday's not trading and Thursday it died?
Well, I mean, it's.
But did they still call it a Friday?
No, I mean, I think this week we're saying they're Thursday options. No big.
So
no
the
big
date
deal.
on it isn't December 24.
No, they're 23rds. They're 23rds.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, they're calling them 23rds.
Okay.
And then next week it's the 31st, is it? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So New Year's Eve we're open. Christmas Eve we're not. So there you have the markets.
Yeah.
Weird, but it is what it is.
Well,
at least we know,
We're open for Remembrance Day, but closed for the Stampede Parade.
Well, that's Calgary. There's Calgary, and they're drunk the whole time. But that's another story. Entirely another story. We won't go there.
That was that day during the Stampede where I didn't actually get home. Well, I got home. I changed. I didn't do the walk of shame into the office, but I changed and went in, and I was talking to the desk trader in Toronto, and he said, is anybody else there yet? And I said, oh yeah, our cage operator, he's here. Let me talk to him. Okay, so the cage guy comes and says to me, you're supposed to go home now. We don't want you on the phone.
The head trader in Toronto has decided you're going home now. Yeah.
What?
What am I slurring? What?
Just because I drank my weight the night before?
What? I don't make sense at age 28 or 30, whatever age I
You
am.
don't trust me
You know,
for giving it to you,
Well,
right?
I got these hundreds of thousands of dollars of orders.
Oh,
Why? Well, you don't want the
God.
business? We'll
was
take
a
the
good
orders
day.
from the cage manager. You can
You
go.
can't talk on the phone.
No, you can go home now and go sleep it off. Well, I don't need a nap. It's time to party.
And that wasn't even, as I remember now, that wasn't even during the Stampede. That was the month before with one of my girlfriends in a pre-Stampede warm-up.
God.
You know, you gotta.
I don't know if your story caused a problem, but the GameStop
Oh.
touched 160. Now it's 157. $3 drop on this story. The market just lost all confidence.
No.
Of course, this is the 80s. You know,
See,
things have changed.
Stampede is chuck wagons. Chuck wagons is go as fast as you can, so it should be going up.
Should be going
man.
up, don't you think? We're now
I'll get you
157.35.
bagel.
She's going to get me my bagel. I tell you, I don't know. 156.32. I don't know what to make of this GameStop move. No idea. We hit 160. We've had 481,000 shares trade on GameStop, and now we're 156.32, down 82 cents. We were just up to 160 a share just 3, 4, 5 minutes ago. I'm going, what's happening? I don't know why, who, how, why, when, or whatever. That's the deal. What can I say? The Dow is up 317 though, and it was closer to 400 a few minutes ago. So we have a bit of a pullback. Gowdy says, I'm glad I bought my GameStop cover calls back yesterday. There you go. Uncle Bruce, I went grocery shopping yesterday. No Philadelphia cream cheese available. How about that? Let's see. Here we go. Jake, Rob, millennials got blamed for realizing the real value of wages has been decreasing since 68. Instead of working for nothing, we can just lose money on stock options. There you go. Let's go. Uncle Bruce, a completely new economy. People making a living writing options at home. The rest of the world assembles our things. There you go. Rob says, okay, I got in my 15s for a smaller profit today than I'd hoped to, but I don't know how much steam SoFi has left in it. 1506 right now on SoFi, up 47. 1502 now. 1191 up 2 on Rocket Lab. GameStop down 2 pennies, 157.12, coming back on a bit. Matterport up 148 to 2286. ME down a dime. Spire down 7, up 7. Sorry, ATIP up 7. SmartRent up 62 at $10 even. Sixtera up 15 cents to 11.95 right now. The Dow up 285. Again, a 100-point pullback real fast on the Dow, real fast. We are getting bargain hunters nibbling, and then they chase, and then the program selling comes in and it backs off, and then it seems to solidify and comes back on. And we have got some waves going here. Don't know what to make of it. Apple down 21 cents to 169.54. Goldman 547 gain to 377. We might have a 380 resistance level on Goldman today. I don't know. 282 gain on the Dow, 21 points on S&P. NASDAQ up 57 points. The NASDAQ is only up 0.37% of a percentage point. S&P up 0.46, Dow up 0.81. So 2 of the 3 markets have definitely backed off quite a bit here. Rob is saying, damn it, Jen, how could you do that? Well, now you know what direction it's going to go. Oh, God, get her out of the room. The market is crashing. Oh man. My problem with selling ATIP is that I like the company between a rock and a hard place. Where's the freaking CEO? Let's see. Austin, if you can afford to hold it, you just hold. Yep. Austin, my long-term gut tells me to hold it. Short-term, I need the tax loss. Rob, take the loss and then buy back in the new year. Or take the loss and buy up a bunch of options on this thing. Buy the 250 contracts to replace the stock instead. Buy double the number of contracts that you had on the stock, and then that way you've got double the leverage on the upside on any kind of recovery. And then 30 days from now, 60 days from now, a little pop up on the contracts, sell the contracts, buy back your stock, or even more. Anyway, there it is. Do you like the company or like the stocks associates? CYXT, no. Rob will probably pull in the CYXT and rally 5 days after I sell. That's why you get the contracts. If you could let me know when Auntie Jen will tell a story at another GameStop high, I'll write a call and get ready to buy it back. Okay, I'll let you know. Rob, that's true. The contracts 250 for January 23 are 125 to 60. So you sell the stock and buy these contracts. You can do double the contracts for every stock you sell. Now you've got 60,000 equivalent shares of ATIP. And if the thing wants to pop a couple of bucks, you're going to be one happy camper here. Then you can always convert these into probably 40,000 shares or something like that. More shares than you just have right now. Just saying. You'll have a capital gain on that, but those are all right. We're at 278 on the plus side for the Dow. We've got a 20-point gain on S&P, NASDAQ up 51. GameStop 156.50 down 65 cents right now. Rocket Lab up a penny. SoFi up 39. Matterport up 142. ME down 8. Spire up 6. ATIP up 7. SmartRent up 59 cents to 997. And Sextera 1204 up 24 cents. There it is. I wouldn't call what Sextera has done a rally. The volume has been too low for that. John Austin, you'll need to stay out of the ITIP for 30 days. IMO mitigate the capital gains and buy back later, so stock isn't likely to move enough without a CEO. I don't know how tax harvesting works to a T, so I can't give you the definitive answer, but I never hate buying more SoFi. Rob, John, would you have to stay out of ATIP shares? Is going to ATIP options still considered a wash if within 30 days? Cheddar, Sextera has just consistently ignored the market. That's why it's at these levels. Bobby O, there are radio ads in Portland. There are radio ads in Portland, Oregon on option trading education CDs. That's kind of interesting. A nephew, Austin, he just told you to do what he told me not to do on SoFi. Maybe he thought the options I was going to get were not 2022s or 2023s. Okay, I'm not sure who's telling what to do, where, when, and whatever, but whatever it is. GameStop, 157.66. Now it's up 52 cents. It just popped in the other direction, quickly going the other way now. So you tell me what's going on here. I don't know. Ringu, I don't know. We're up 281 on the Dow again. We're climbing. 22-point gain on S&P, 62 on NASDAQ. We're just jumping. We're all over. Just everywhere. Okay. There you have it. Yeah. No, it's the stock only that cannot be purchased for a wash. So if you sell the stock, you buy contracts. You can certainly do that. Rob, yeah, so if he sells a stock at a loss and buys the options, he can still write off the loss. Yeah, we think that's what it is. And you don't have to buy options into 2023. I mean, you can buy options for like 6 months from now. And, in the next 6 months, the stock does anything into the 450, 550 range. You're going to make such a profit on the contracts. You can roll them back into stock. I bet you can buy more than the 30,000 you started with. It's my hunch. Okay, now nephew says, Rob, I looked at the rules. It seems like replacing stock with options could also trigger a wash sale, apparently. John says correct. Rob, best to contact an accountant. I agree. That's what you want. Here we go. The magic hand with the bagels. The bagel has arrived with the cream cheese. Thank you so much. The white
bagel.
The white gold.
White gold.
White gold. Gold, Jerry. Gold. Gold, Jerry, gold. Man.
Lots of green on that screen.
GameStop up 22 cents again. Try and figure this market. I can't. The Dow up 290. It was just almost up 400. Now it's up down to 230. Now it's up 290. Go figure that market. All over the place. Anyway, I believe that's only if the options are more than 30 days from our expiry. Wow, I just got Tesla for $8.94, says anti-PC. False. Uncle Bruce, thoughts on those January 21 Rocket Lab $20 puts? I'm planning on looking for a place to roll out next month if we can't get a rise out of it. It's worthwhile, but just right now, sit tight, see what it does. 11.93 up 4 on Rocket Lab. Okay, let's get through this tax loss selling. Bagel time. Bagel time. Let's go. Oh, my. But you still have to get ahead on the gains you make on the options. I agree. Austin, stocks to options triggers wash sale rules. Can't do it. Unbelievable. The country of the free. Yeah, I don't think so. You're not free to do that, are you? You can roll any covered calls that moved against you. Meanwhile, taxes in Bulgaria are like, if you made a profit this year, pay 10%. That's it. Strike. Options trigger wash sale. It did for me. Amazing. Amazing. Dow's up 284. GameStop down 58. No, are we jumping around or what? Mm. Mm. Come on, markets. Let's go. Spire 342 up only 3 cents. It may still be worth it for the leverage, even with the wash sale, but it would adjust your cost basis. GameStop, the opposite. 156.28 down 87 cents. Wild. Mm, 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 mm. Oh boy. Dow up 280. Now up 263. There you go. Mm, 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 mm. All kinds of questions coming. Just let me finish this bagel. We'll get to them. We're up 261 on the Dow, up 16.7 on S&P, Nasdaq up 39. Oil up 148 to 70.09 a barrel. It's slipping. Mm. Mm. Up 281 on the Dow. 284 now on the Dow, moving a little higher. GameStop down 18 cents. Come on, GameStop, let's go. Hmm. Oh, that was good. Mm. The bagel of the day. 295 gain on the Dow, climbing 303. Dow's up over 300 again. S&P up over 20, now up 21. Nasdaq up 50. Rocket Lab up 6 cents, and SoFi up 31. GameStop down 14 cents to 157 here. Matterport 22.94 up 155. ME down a nickel. Spire up 3. ATIP up 8. Smart Rent up 59 cents to 9.97 a share. 11.99 on Sextera up 19. AMC up $1.67. Robinhood up 32. Vanek up 3.23. Home Depot down 5.50. IBM up $1.64 to 128.70. Microsoft holding a 34-cent gain, but Apple down 29 cents. Tesla 892, down 719. Low trade 886 on Tesla. Bed Bath Beyond up 82 cents. BlackBerry up 34. Royal Caribbean up 387. Goldman up 611 to 377.72. Cisco down 2 cents. It's come back again. Time and again, Cisco keeps coming back to this break-even line to go higher. It wants to go higher. Low of the day, $60. The high of the day, 60.68 was the high of the day. Right now at 60.34, down a penny. Pardon moi. The all-time high, 60.80, and it's within striking range of doing this. Okay. Amazon down $15. Facebook down 30 cents. Google down $8.40 a share. Costco down $12. Walmart down 78 cents. American Airlines up $1 to $18.30. Netflix up $1.89 to $5.95. And let's see here. Micron is up $7 today. Intel up 96 cents. Micron's got a nice thing going, up to $89 a share. Looking good. Micron is looking good. Intel up 98 cents to 50.58. All right. Okay. The Dow up 309 points, almost 310 again. We got Rocket Lab up 8 and SoFi back to 14.90. GameStop just went green, 157.31. Matterport up 169 out at 23.08, over 23 again. ME only down a nickel. Spire holding a 2-cent gain. ATIP a 9.5-cent gain. Smart Rent 9.98 up 60, and Sextera 11.92 up 12, backing off a bit from the high run a little earlier today. There you have it. The NASDAQ is up 0.3 of a percentage point, S&P up a half a point, and the Dow is up 0.9%. The Dow is definitely leading right now. Trump acknowledges in an O'Reilly interview he's gotten a booster shot. The big denier has a booster shot. There you go. Okay, 11.99 up a dime on Rocket Lab. Okay, there it is. Welcome one, welcome all. Here we are. All kinds of stuff going on here. Lots of stuff going on. Can you go over a covered call versus a covered put? This is going to take way too long on this channel. You may want to Google this just to get a handle on it. But covered call is where you have 100 shares and you write a call against it. The covered put, you're not really going to do a covered put. You're going to do a cash secured put where you put up the cash to write a put. If you're going to write a $15 put, you're going to put up $1,500 to be able to write a put. Let's see here. GameStop is the opposite. Yeah, that's what happens when you sell below your cost basis. Where do you think, Bruce, the stock of SoFi will be a year from now? Boy, yeah, could it be 50? Could it be 100? Or could it be 150 bucks? There's a Mack truck guess for you, isn't it? As wide as a Mack truck. I don't know. There's so much potential here. Who knows, what deals these guys are going to make in the next 12 months. Are they even going to be a takeover target? Are they going to take over someone else? The bank charter thing and the new divisions and the increased number of clients. I mean, are they going to have 6 million clients a year from now instead of 3 million? I mean, this thing is poised for greatness. What can I say? Let's see. What we got here? Phone. I'm starting to worry about my Spire. $5 I bought for May. I'm assuming you bought a contract for May before the stock plunged to $3. If the stock stays in the $3 like this, I can kiss goodbye my dough. You could look at rolling your May contracts from 5s to 4s or 3s or 250s. A little extra dough to bring your contract lower in. Same expiry date, but lower exercise price. So you sell the one, buy the other, and reposition yourself closer. You got to look into that. I don't know if that'll work for you or not. Where are we at? Rocket Lab up 12.01, up 12 cents now. SoFi back to 14.93. Let's go. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's awful hard. You just got to hang on a little longer here through this year end. The tax loss selling is almost over, and there'll be zero excuses from a tax angle to sell losers. And that's when we get the bargain hunters coming in here. We may be seeing this already with Spire and ATIP, just a little tiny bit of it today. The absolute baby steps have begun. I'm guessing it's possible that's what we're seeing now. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go. Here we go. SoFi, says Rob. Let's see. Let's see. Moving on. Yeah, Tesla got down to 886. It did get down there. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Up 13 on Rocket Lab. SoFi, 14.93. GameStop down 12 cents. Matterport up 168 now to 23.07. The high today on Matterport today, 23.25. We've traded 1.69 million shares. ME663, we're positive, +2. Smart Rent back over 10, 10.02, up 64 cents. Another recovery there. The Dow at 332-point gain, 22 on S&P and 69 on NASDAQ. Apple still shooting at a 27-cent loss here. Microsoft down is up. Microsoft's up 42. Apple's down 27. Okay. Goldman up 610. Looks like it wants to keep climbing, but 380 might be a resistance point. Cisco at 60.31, down 1 nickel a share at the moment. That's where it's at right now. Let's go. Smoke Dog. Why does Spire always pop positive post and pre-market, then do nothing at all day except drop a few cents? Could be promoters trying to manipulate it. It could be literally paid promoters, or it could be unpaid promoters just trying to give it a pretty print on the pre-markets because it's easy to do. That's all it is. I don't know. It's just, it could be smoke and mirrors in the pre and post, the real show during the day. I don't know. I do know. Okay. A lot of folks comparing notes on this chat right now about wash trading, about tax loss selling, about allowable trading techniques to lock in losses versus gains. Everybody living in every different state has different rules. It's like herding cats in the USA for tax policy. It's just everywhere. Canada, the same thing. You've got provincial rules, federal rules. Germany, I don't know. UK, I don't know. I can't wait for tax season to be over. I'm not a tax man, not a tax expert. I cannot guide you. It's just not my forte. And so, we're just enduring the last days of the year for tax selling, and we move on into January. The Rocket Lab 1202 up 12 cents. SoFi 1490 up 31. GameStop is green, up 30 cents at 157.44. Matterport 22.93, hanging around this 23 level right now. ME at 662 unchanged. Spire up 3. ATIP up 9. SmartRent 1002 up 64. Sextera 1194 up 14 cents. That's where we're at on these stocks. Watching all this activity in the market. The Dow 331 on the upside. Holding a majority of this gain. It has been reluctant to give up really under the 300 level, although it's a few times we've been in this 230, 280 range plus range. But a lot of the time today, we've been up over 300 points all morning on the Dow anyway. Not the same can be said for S&P and NASDAQ. They are not performing as well as the Dow so far. They're up 0.47 of a point, half a point, just short of a half a point, but not enough conviction to really show me there's massive money coming in here. The Dow has the gains going, but not the other two. It could be that the 30 Dow stocks have done so well, generally speaking, as a group. There's only a few losers here, whereas with the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100, it takes longer for all the tax selling to get done. Just so many more shares in the mix, and maybe that's what's holding us up right now from really seeing a run. But it's coming. This is the 21st. We only trade till Thursday. And then next week we have a 5-day week, and it's over, baby. It's just about over. So get ready. The year is almost done, and we're moving into 2022, and that takes out a bunch of selling scenarios that we're dealing with right now. That's where I see it from here. We're up 28 cents on GameStop right now, up 43, 157.57 on GameStop at this moment in time. Up 335 on the Dow at this moment in time as well. 23-point gain on S&P and 74 on the NASDAQ right now. Okay, that's where we're at, guys, as we are just pounding away here, trying to see what these markets are going to give us. Happy to see the gains on the stock market. Yeah, that's nice. Right on. Yeah. COVID-19 pandemic drives U.S. population growth to the record low. The number of U.S. residents grew by just 0.1% for the 12 months ended July 1. Isn't that something? Um, interesting. American workers are burned out and bosses are struggling to respond. An article in the Wall Street Journal says workplace stress is rampant and resignations have risen. Employers are trying 4-day work weeks, mandatory vacation days, and other new ways of working. Um, we've got we've got in the first 10 months of this year, America workers handed in nearly 39 million resignations, the highest number since tracking began in 2000. Some want better jobs. Others, a better work life balance. Still, others want a complete break from the corporate grind. Almost 2 years into the pandemic that left millions doing their jobs from home, many Americans are rethinking their relationship with work. Companies are struggling to stop employees from leaving and to boost morale. Some are trying mandatory company-wide vacation days and blackout hours when meetings are banned. Executives are experimenting with new ways of working, including 4-day work weeks and what is that? Some kind of schedules that allow people to set their own hours. I can't pronounce that word. Employers say burnout, long an issue for American workers, and exasperated by the pandemic, is a prime cause. A September survey by think tank, the Conference Board, found that more than 3/4 of 1,800 U.S. workers cited concerns such as stress and burnout as big challenges to well-being at work, up from 55% 6 months earlier. Half said workload related pressure was harming their mental health. Tom Lauro, a 45-year-old information technology manager for a financial services company in Brunswick, Ohio, spent more than a year juggling work while helping his 2 young sons attend school online. He lost his mother-in-law to COVID. His nerves, he said, were frayed. In September, he said he had had a panic attack as he tried to give his diabetic son insulin and couldn't figure out the dosage. I could not in my head divide 50 by 25, he recalled. I had to pull out a calculator and do that very, very basic math because my brain was so fried. Mr. Lauro's employer has provided sessions on stress management, he said, which included recommendations to take 5-minute breaks and meditate. Chronic overwork already was rampant before the pandemic, says Alastair Simpson, vice president of design at software Dropbox Inc. We equated busy with good or a badge of honor, he said. Over the past 2 decades, the length of the average American workday has increased by 1.4 hours, according to the polling by Gallup. For millions of Americans, as commutes disappeared and schedules grew more irregular, the pandemic lengthened days still further. In a survey this year, 16% of U.S. workers said they put in more hours. They put in more than 60 hours a week, up from 12%. That's 16% versus 12% are saying they're putting in more than 60 hours a week since 2011. As companies increase their use of collaboration software such as Slack and Microsoft Teams, employees were inundated with pings and chat requests. Between February 2020 and February 2021, time spent in Teams meetings were more than doubled, and it has continued to climb. Microsoft data show half of people on Teams respond to chats in 5 minutes or less, Microsoft said, while in the past year, after-hours emails rose 10%. Between February 2022 and November this year, the number of messages sent using Slack grew by 62%, the company said. Gallup polling shows stress and anxiety levels increased during the COVID era for workers of all stripes. In 48% of Americans said they experienced a lot of stress the previous day, according to Gallup. By December 2020, that figure was 51%, and for on-site workers, and 59% for remote. Burned out employees are 63% more likely to take a sick day, and nearly 3 times as likely to be actively seeking a different job. Gallup research shows. Dropbox has been trying to minimize burnout by giving workers more control. In the fall of 2020, it decided to make some pandemic-era changes permanent, including allowing its 2,000 employees to work full-time from home and to have more control over what they do, so long as they put in their hours and are available during certain periods. Right now, the Rocket Lab is up $11 to $12. By the way, SoFi at $14.95, up 36. GameStop up 92 to 158.07. Matterport at 22.76, still up 137. ME up 2 cents. Spire up 1.8 cents. ATIP up 8. SmartRent up 62. Cyxtera 11.96, up 16. The so-called work week, work in theory, where you can work whatever you like, means morning people and night owls can work when they feel most productive. Mr. Simpson, the design executive, said that on Mondays and Fridays, he stops working at 3 p.m. to spend time with his children, then logs back in after 7 p.m. Employees convene at the office, but only for events or in-person collaboration is required, he says. Dropbox considered a hybrid model of in-person and remote work, which many companies are embracing, but there are too many pitfalls, Mr. Simpson said. Among the concerns, a potentially uneven playing field where pay and promotions don't go to workers who get the most face time with managers. Many managers hope that a combination of remote work and flexible schedules would yield happier employees. But work from home days often became stacked with video calls, leaving individual work to be tackled outside regular business hours. It's not simply the long working hours taking a toll, Citigroup Inc. CEO Jane Fraser wrote this fall in a company-wide memo. It is the density of the day, bouncing from one Zoom to the next, barely a minute to catch your breath, to reflect, digest, and prepare for what's next. Earlier this year, Citigroup broke ranks with other major U.S. banks, including J.P. Morgan, Chase, and Goldman Sachs, to offer more flexible work options in an industry known for long hours. Goldman recently announced that employees with at least 15 years of service will be able to take up to a 6-week unpaid sabbatical. Citigroup encouraged employees to avoid scheduling calls and meetings between noon and 1 and asked them to shorten hour-long meetings to 45 minutes. The World Health Organization defines burnout as feelings of exhaustion and reduced effectiveness resulting in chronic workplace stress. Burnout has been mounting since before the pandemic. The percentage of American workers describing themselves as very often or always burned out rose from 23% in 16 to 28% in 19, where it remains today, according to the Gallup surveys. By March 2020, though, the rates of stress and worry among workers spiked to 60% and 58%, up from 46 and 38 before the pandemic. 60% of employees said they thought mental health was something they should handle without employer assistance, according to surveys from insurer MetLife. But this June, that figure had flipped, with 62% saying they believed their employer had a responsibility for their mental well-being. Sarah McElroy, who was chief marketing officer in Atlanta, said she expressed stress-related health problems earlier this year that her doctor attributed to stress, including stomach issues and shingles. The 36-year-old self-described serial overachiever said she was under enormous pressure at work and worried that asking for help would make her look weak. I didn't want to let anyone down, she said. I started feeling really depleted and like I wasn't meeting the mark in pretty much anything I was doing. She quit in April and moved to Boca Raton, Florida, to start a new digital marketing director job, one with a slower pace. She said she has worked hard to enforce boundaries between life and work, including not logging on at night. Isn't that great? Some companies are considering whether to jettison the traditional work week altogether. Unilever, the London-based consumer products company whose brands include Dove and Ben & Jerry's, is running a trial in New Zealand on a 4-day work week under which employees work 80% of their previous hours for the same pay. In New York, crowdfunding company Kickstarter plans to launch a 4-day week pilot program beginning next year. Chief Executive Aziz Hassan said he hopes the new model will help employees feel more engaged while offering more time for family and personal pursuits. I don't think the 4-day work week is magical, he said, adding to the COVID has proved many workers can be productive outside their traditional work arrangements. The past 2 years, he said, have shown how hungry people are for ways to strike a better work-life balance. Getting the details right is critical, he said, because Kickstarter has to meet some demands in real time, including from clients who need customer support. The 4-day work week experiment, he said, might require staggered scheduling, which could create communication problems. Mr. Hans said the model might prove too hard to pull off across his 100-worker organization. One tactic gaining traction is adding an all-company holiday, a sort of pencils down day off for the entire company to allow workers to recharge. Enterprise software companies SAP SE shut down earlier this year for a company-wide mental health day. It plans to let most employees work from the location of their choice on a permanent basis with more flexible hours. Ben Weigert, who directs workplace management research for Gallup, said his research suggests that the greatest detriment of worker burnout isn't the number of hours worked, but factors such as unmanageable workloads, unclear communication, and lack of manager support. If you take a vacation and come back to the same work circumstances, it doesn't solve the problem. It might upset you more, he said. The next time you might not even come back. In June, dating app Bumble gave its 800 employees an entire week off for mental health, except for some employees who provide vital services such as information technology security. Bumble president said the company plans to have 2-week-long shutdowns next year with special arrangements not to exclude employees providing vital services and schedule 2 days a month free of email and Slack messaging so its employees can concentrate on tasks without interruptions. Aerospace giant Boeing has embraced the idea of meeting-free Fridays and flexible schedules for white-collar workers, but left it up to team managers whether to offer such options. They help reduce stress and create a more positive work environment, but they don't always work for each person. They say companies that are growing rapidly are especially susceptible to burnout from employees who feel overworked. 75 of the nearly 200 employees that were hired during the pandemic from Bombas LLC, it's this constant game of resource whack-a-mole, he says. All kinds of great comments here about this whole thing. My gosh, that's a great article, and that really covers it all. Folks, don't you see that? Isn't that amazing how this works? The stress and everything else. I commend you folks if you can somehow find a way to not work for the man anymore, to be your own employee, man. Have you got it going on? It might be the best thing. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, all of you, for catching up with yours truly and hanging out today. I appreciate it. We are looking at GameStop up 34 cents. We've got the Dow up 380, S&P up 31, NASDAQ up 110. We got Rocket Lab at 11.99, up a dime. SoFi at 14.88, up 29. Matterport 127 gain to 22.66. ME up 2 to 6.63. Aspire just holding a 2-cent gain. ATIP up 6 cents. SmartRent at 9.99, up 61. Cyxtera 11.96, up 16 cents. So we are right now. That is the dealio right now. Let's see here. I'm way behind on comments here. Just let me go through. Rico, I couldn't even imagine a work life where I'm not accessible 24/7 by cell, text, email, etc. Socius, and this is why I get fatigue syndrome. Let's see. I got to go for a conference call. See you later. Burnout. Yep, says Rob. Going into a meeting too. Good luck. Rico, Rob, that is 100% my previous employer. If I needed to skip my son's birthday to make sure work was done, that's exactly what they expected. Work is your life now. Felt like I took the Omera. Oh my gosh. What in the world? That synopsis made me anxious, and I don't even work 60 hours a week. Loboblast, JW, same. I hate putting Uncle Bruce on mute when I get a WebEx video call. Haha. There you go. NHL on pause for a week. Bad for teams and owners and cities. People could just be nicer to each other, says KW. Imagine being so afraid of the virus with the 99% survival rate that you close down everything again and hide. Our forefathers would be rolling in their grave when 1 in 3 young men died for their country. Okay, Dave. Whatever. KW agrees. Dave, I fear for my son's future, not because he won't be built and equipped to deal with the real world as it is, because there will be a lot of people telling him his masculinity is toxic. Okay. Let's see. I'm all for caution, not for fear. Stop spreading the disinformation. Also, failing to mention long-term effects, even if surviving. This isn't about caution. It isn't about protection. It's about control. It's always been about control, says Dave. Coyote, over 800,000 Americans died from COVID, but oh no, hockey is canceled. Oh my goodness, there's arguments going on here. Oh my gosh. What can I say? I'm just going to keep going. It happens. It happens. Anyway, there you go. There you go. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. My work is stressful and I'm burned out. It is not the hours, it's the work itself that is constantly changing due to the COVID and muddled direction from management. Yeah, I hear you there. Um, um, Samuel says, "Hey Bruce, I switched from manual labor to a desk job at the finance company back in September. I went from being physically exhausted every day to being mentally exhausted every day. I just want to sell calls." There you go. No argument, no arguments, Uncle Bruce. Debate. It's great for growth. There you go, Dave. Everyone is entitled to their own views on opinions. Sparky, I know exactly how you feel, Socius. Dave, I just ask the same. There you go. It's all good, guys. It's all good. We're all fine. It's all fine. Just trying to figure out a way to make money in this world and this market. Look at the Dow up 419. We're at the highs again. We're pushing the highs again. We're up 37 on S&P and we're up 140 on the Nasdaq. The S&P is up 0.81% of a per point. The Nasdaq is up 0.93 percentage points and the Dow's up 1.17. We are at the highs of the day. The markets want to go higher. This is good stuff. Rocket Lab is up 14 cents to 12.03. SoFi 14.90 up 31. GameStop 157.26 up 12. We need a breakout. Matterport up to 22.81 up 142. ME up 7 668. Spire 341.5 up 2.5 cents. ATIP up 6 cents to 315. SmartRent 10.10 up 72. And Cyxtera 11.97 up 17. AMC 30.83 up $1.13. Robinhood up 37 cents. Vanik up 4.80. Home Depot down 360 but improving. IBM up 159 to 128.65. Microsoft up 230. It is decidedly positive. Apple at 170.55 up 80 cents. We got what do we got here? We got Goldman Sachs up 652. Cisco up 14 to 60.50. 60.50 on Cisco. Going higher. Goldman up 683 to 378.44. Definite improvement. We're up 430 on Amazon, up 320 on Facebook. We're up $8 on Google. We're moving higher. The market is moving higher all over the place. Good to see. We'll see what kind of legs it has, but it looks pretty good here this last hour. It's been a good run up, or at least half an hour anyway. It's a good run up. We're now at 11:11 Eastern time. 403-point gain on the Dow. GameStop just hanging around 157. It's just flatlining. It's just so frustrating on GameStop today. We touched 160 for a minute and then down to 155 or something, back to 157 again. So try and figure this out. I don't know. Wild and wacky. What can I say? Welcome one, welcome all. All righty. Let's see. What else is going on here? Let's see. People talk to each other about arguing and opinions and thoughts. The Dow's up. How about that? We're up 411 points. 36 on S&P and 140 on the Nasdaq. We're running. We're going higher here. The Dow today, 354. So 35,354 was the high. We're at 35,344. We're within 10 points of the high of the day. We're just that close. And we're pushing it around. We just touched it and we're pushing it higher here. Looking good. So that's a good sign. Microsoft up 235, Apple up 79, and Goldman up 670 to 378.31. Cisco up 18 now, $60.54. Trying to get to its high of the day, which is 60.68 on Cisco. Okay. And 12.05 trade right now on Rocket Lab, which is 4 cents below the high of the day of 12.09. We had just touched it. Volume 493,000. There is no selling anymore on Rocket Lab. Where's the 3 million shares of volume? It's not there. So we're going to go higher. Any kind of volume coming in now will buy stock that isn't there anymore. It isn't desperate to get out. This is a good sign. We have higher markets coming our way. SoFi 14.89 up 30. GameStop 157.16 up 2 pennies. 22.89 on Matterport, up a buck and a half. Go, man, go. 12.04 and Cyxtera just popped over 12 again. Just jumped up. Yep, we were at 1190, something like that. 1192, 1204 on 122,000. So it's coming on again. Cyxtera is coming on. Smart Rent 1015, high of the day, 107,000. That's 107,000. Now we dropped yesterday from prices around 1010, 1040. And the day before, we were at 1150, 1160. So Smart Rent at 1015 is not a home run ball right now. It's cheap. It's still way down here. It bottomed out around 942 this morning. It's coming on now. So it's got a buck and a half. It owes us a $1.50 to get back to where it was just a couple of days ago. So we'll take this gain, Smart Rent, but you owe us more. Okay. We're nowhere near satisfied with this. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's see. You know what, Dave? One thing I did win on was starting my own engineering firm. She was against it, but now that the kids are home with her and not at daycare, so much more free time, it's like I won. But she takes the credit, you know. So there you go. There you go. Do we have to discuss CXTD? It is a constant reminder of how bad I suck at picking stocks. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Here we go. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I just read that 40% of the U.S. government's budget is provided by capital gains in the stock market. Is that really true? Can they actually hang on, function without capital gains? How does this work? Anyway, there you go. Can't tell you. I can't tell you if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't know the statistics on this sort of stuff. It's not my forte. 393 gain on the Dow, holding around this 400 level. Looking fine. 70.41 on oil, up a $1.80. And GameStop still down 78 cents. The one red on my screen is the GameStop, but just fractionally. I mean, it's just not going anywhere today. Rocket Lab at 12.05 and SoFi 14.86 are just hanging around. No big run happening here. ME now 672 up 11. I think that's the best price for ME. Well, 683 I guess it was today on the opening. So ME is better than it's been over an hour, so that's okay. We'll take it. Come on, keep coming. Spire though is slipping. It's just slipping out. It's a 340 up a penny. But ATIP is getting stronger at 319 and a half. It's within 20 and a half cents of catching Spire. ATIP is trying to catch Spire, but it's not like one is gaining. One is coming back to the other. That's really what's going on. ATIP is at 319. That hasn't moved at all. Smart Rent 1016 now, and Cyxtera 1207. They're both improving. Well, all right. Up 382 on the Dow right now. Okay. The market has chosen the slow climb today. And Uncle Bruce, if I had bought options, I bought deep in the money on Spire, ATIP, SoFi a long time ago, maybe 3 months ago. Is it still risky to stay in the buying option game for the first half of 2022? Why would that be? Why would it be riskier in the first half of the year than now? I don't understand your logic on that. You're not, if you're sitting on options in the money on these three stocks, you're not sitting on stocks that are at all-time highs. You're not sitting on stocks that have tripled in the last 3 months. I mean, you got really cheap stock here. I mean, I would sit tight and enjoy a ride higher. It's the only direction they're going to go. It's going to go higher, I think. Anyway, there you have it. Let's see. Let's go through here. 1206 on Rocket Lab. GameStop still down 55 cents at the moment. All right, let's take a look here. What else is going on out there? There we go. GameStop off 55 cents a share. TSA says that unruly passengers will lose the TSA pre-check. I would think that's the first thing you would lose, and then the right to fly. Man, unruly passengers. I don't. I don't even know how they're allowed on planes after that. I don't understand that. It's weird. Mm, okay. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. ZZ Top has sold its music rights for over 50 million bucks, apparently. Hmm. Hmm. Here's a shock. The ruler in Russia, Putin, blames the United States for Ukraine tensions. I mean, how dare you, get all riled up with 175,000 of our troops at the border? How dare you? Yeah, Americans. I mean, really? What planet are you on, buddy? Weird. Very strange behavior. But then again, it's Putin. What do you want? Yeah. Okay. Are there going to be? Are we going to have these Winter Olympics? Are they going to happen 50 days from now? Are they really going to happen or not? I mean, if you're an athlete with all these variants, are you going to go? Man, I wonder. I don't know how that can happen. I do not know. Just reading headlines here on some of these different apps that I follow. Let you in on anything that's coming up that might be worthy of looking at. Hmm. Hmm. That's kind of odd there. Hmm. Interesting stuff. Anyway, Dow right now up 382, guys. We're up 35 on S&P and we're up 135 on Nasdaq at the moment. Okay. Let's see. uh, let's go. Let's go. Do you think SoFi will reach 1650 by Jan the 7th? Do I think? Uh, I don't know about that. If that'll do you any good, but is the stock capable of doing it? Beyond that, but will it? That I don't know. Hope so. I think it's too low right now. Hey, Jake says, Uncle Bruce, if you ever want to see flight attendants handle a passenger real quickly, fly with Dutch Airline. They know how to put people in their place. Uncle Bruce, the game of buying options for the next 6 months is the same game as the past 6 months. Unfortunately, I have to look past all the losing positions that I've entered into. Let's see. Oh boy. Looking at China propaganda running into the Olympics is hilariously bad. And let's go smart rent, says Arico. Yeah, right on. Smart rent right now, 1019 up 81 cents. Sixtera 1202 up 22 right now. So definitely improving there. Still ATIP up 12 now to 321. Spire has gone red to be at 337, down 2 cents. ME holding a 7-cent gain. Matterport at 22.87 up 148. GameStop 156.56 down 58 cents. SoFi 14.76 up 17 cents. We hit a high this morning of 15.17. So frustrating on SoFi to see it here. So frustrating. 12 million shares traded, and it has such a phenomenal future. But I can't control the shareholders of SoFi. Why people sell SoFi, beyond me, just beyond me, knowing what we know about this company and what they're up to. But you're allowed to be smart, and you're allowed to make mistakes. That's it. You're allowed to make mistakes. What can I say? Let's go here. I don't know if this is good or not. Uncle Bruce, you are a very good entertainer and streamer. You never stop talking and always get your viewers involved in your streams. In some ways, you are as good as some of the very best in that regard. Is that? I think that's a compliment. Thank you. Thank you. Don't know if I do the best I can with what little I got here. SoFi is dropping, says Auntie. Well, I think athletes will have a high risk tolerance for the Olympics, he says. That all that work they'll want to throw down. They'll want to get in. They'll want to get in there. Will ought to know, the Olympian himself. Yeah, buddy. Well, we'll see how this works out, my friend. I sold my 2 rentals to build my business, says Dave, and I think it was the best option. Where does real estate go from here? Can it really just climb? I feel it's unsustainable. Interesting. Uncle Bruce, can you call me? Also, I'm not superstitious, but would you mind calling me something else than my real name? Oh man, not frustrating for me. Mama's about to buy a couple of cash secured puts. There you go. Did anyone see the 337 in the forecast for Spire when it screamed up to 19 that week? Good grief. SoFi gonna pop in January, I think. Michael thinks so too. Dr. G, Uncle Bruce, thoughts on my GameStop 160 covered call expiring 12/23. Buyback or hold till Thursday? What should I do? Well, what's it trading at now? How profitable are you? Where are we at on this thing? Let's take a look at this contract. You're talking about a 160 covered call that expires this week. What's that 160 going for? It's trading at 410 to 465. So there is still $4 of money to make on this thing, at least a couple of bucks. So put in a stink bid at 202 and put it in for the rest of the week and, play that game if you want. If the stock today drops a little bit, you'll get it now. But right now, 157.40, up 26 cents on GameStop. It's flatlining all day today, Dr. G. What can I say? It's off $1.20 today, the contract, to 440. I mean, it's already given up $1.20, and the stock's up 20 cents right now. So you can sure see that. I hope you wrote for a big fat premium on that one. I really do. Yep. That is definitely a compliment, Bruce. That's a compliment. Thank you. Associates, you're bang on, says that. Andy, stop it. Enrico, you're depressing me. Dave, once the charter's done, SoFi is freaking gone. Not to the moon, not to Mars. It's leaving for deep space. See, there you go. Stock go up, right call, profit. Stock go up, right call, profit. False ones, and all kinds of questions here. All kinds of questions. And again, I don't know what to say. Say a stock. Bobby's asking me. Say a stock you're following shoots up $2 today. Is that too much to keep for the rest of the week, being it's only a Tuesday? That's such a generic question. I can't go there. I just have no idea what you're talking about. Which one are you saying? I don't know. Loboblast. Socius, I agree 100%. Uncle Bruce is easily one of my top 3 Canadians. He's up there with Jordan Peterson and Drake. Drake! That'd be kind of cool. Anybody know Drake? Maybe we can get him on here. We'll have a Canadian hangout. Drake and I. And who's this other guy? Jordan Peterson. Who's it? Oh, Jordan. Is he a financial guy too? Is he like a motivator or something? I don't know. I think I heard that name. I'm so busy. I don't have time to check all these guys out. I know of Drake. I saw him on Saturday Night Live. I know he exists. Oh my! As the Super Bowl nears, I get itchier that SoFi will announce the charter, says Dave. That's what he's thinking. Just imagine the Super Bowl and the charter, the momentum on this. Wowee! Anyway, I'm putting the faith on December the 30th is the breakout day. That SoFi Stadium is unbelievable. What about Colin Mockery now? If we could get Colin Mockery on here, that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, that would be really cool. I don't think I'd stop laughing, but that would be a lot of fun. Bruce, I need $10 million real quick to buy the Yoko catalog. Help me out here. Lighten up. It's not retail selling SoFi. It's purely hedge funds making a lot of money on puts. SoFi is a great target because it has a predictable and controllable volatility pattern until the charter. Boom. Dr. G, Bruce, I sold those calls at 719. They're trading at 410. What do you think? And I think you let the stock make you more money. I think these contracts will keep depreciating. Tomorrow they'll be trading at about probably at about 350, 325. The next day, Thursday, they'll lose it all, or they could be 250 tomorrow. So yeah, you're going to make more money unless the stock just goes nuts. But I haven't seen that, have I? Have we? No. I don't think we've hit 1 million shares on the GameStop volume on GameStop. 700,000 shares. I mean, we're not doing anything. I wonder if we can even get to 160 here. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. Lorraine, Andy, I still didn't do anything with my 100 GameStop. I haven't made a move yet. Before I joined the group, Zed is saying, before I joined the group, I sold cash secured put on SoFi with an expiration of December 23rd and a strike at 1750. I received a premium of $1. Okay. So SoFi right now, 1481. Are you saying that you are short a put with a 1750 strike price so that they can sell you the stock at 1750? And you got a premium of $1 for that, so that's going to cost you net 1650. You're gonna be into it, but hey, buy the stock and then write calls against it as it moves up. We'll see what happens. Okay. Okay. What's going on? I just hired help. Hours are completely flexible and workdays are 6 hours long. That's the help that I'm hiring right now. It's interesting. Let's see. More comments here. I'm trying to stay with the politics if I can. Can I? Let's see. There you go. Jordan Peterson is the guy that tells you to make your bed and take responsibility for your life. Canadian professor that speaks on social issues. Okay. Okay. He's a Canadian clinical psychologist, the author. YouTube's videos are very well worth watching, says Lobo. Okay. Let's see. How can cruise shares go higher? It's impossible. It's crazy. They should be going up. Let's see. What else is going on here? A lot of people talking about Tesla right now. Oh, you haven't watched Whose Line Is It Anyway? I bet you. Let's see. See, there you go. Thanks. Thank you for the advice on that, you guys. Okay. 1213 on Rocket Lab. We're up 24 cents. It's going. We're up 384 on the Dow. This Rocket Lab looks like it's hitting a new high or trying to. Yeah, 1213 new high right now. 559,000 shares. That's all there is, and it's up 24. SoFi still at 1482, not doing much. A little better, but not much. GameStop down 53. Matterport 2272 up 134. Not going any further at the moment. ME up 3. Spire unchanged. ATIP up 13. SmartRent 1015 up 77 cents. Cyxtera up 1203 up 23. The Dow up 380. S&P up 37, and Nasdaq up 143. There it is. Right here, right now. Apple up 66 cents to 170.42. Goldman up 732 to 378.93. Back to this 379 range. Cisco 60.56. 60.56. Pushing the envelope. Trying to go higher on the day, and it is up 19 cents on Cisco. That's where we're at here. Okay, 1214 on Rocket Lab up 24. Okay. 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 Would you sell them? Yeah, I would. I'd take the money. Yep, I'd take the money, Marco. Sell them now because you're going to get redeemed out. You sell them now, or you're going to either get stock or a dime for each of them. Sell them now. Take the money on your Sextera warrants. Everybody, sell your Sextera warrants now. Cash out. It's free. Take the money. Okay. Okay. Michael says, I sold mine, Mirko, at 320. There you go. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. Down 28 cents on GameStop. Go GameStop. All right. We're at 3 hours, 4 minutes, and I'm kind of got nothing else to tell you. We're up to 300. We're up 384 points on the Dow. I'm happy about telling you that. 1.1% gain here. But this is where we're at right now. I'm going to get a little rest in here. I'm tired. Thank you for joining me this morning, guys. I'll be on at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I appreciate all of you being here. Any of you want to have a private session with me, you let me know, and I'll see if we can schedule you in the next few weeks. What can I say? Somebody bought something on Redbubble today. What did someone buy on Redbubble today? They bought a hoodie, Stock Markets with Bruce, with a logo on it. How about that? That's awesome. Someone bought a hoodie on Redbubble today. Well, thank you for that. I got a royalty for that. Fabulous. Very, very nice. Cool bean stuff. Fabulous. Let's see. Thank you all for your support and your kind words and encouragement and you name it. I do appreciate it very much. I'm hoping the markets will make you money today. They're in the right direction as far as the big markets go. We'll see that. Definitely there. Thank you for the thumbs ups for this show. Thank you for the thumbs ups for every video I've been doing. 412 thumbs ups right here on this show right now. Thank you for the 412. That is handy, and I appreciate it very much. Not hurting us at all. 394-point gain on the Dow, 37.5 on S&P, and 145-point gain on NASDAQ. It's definitely positive, for sure positive. The GameStop, unfortunately, 157.25. It's now up 12 cents. GameStop just went green, 157.26, up 12 cents. So GameStop's a little bit green, just a little bit green. 422 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. We'll take the gain as much as we can. Fabulous. Okay. Alrighty, guys. There it is. There's the dealio. Thank you, guys. Have a good afternoon, a good rest of your morning here. We'll catch you this and we'll see you. We'll see this afternoon at 3 o'clock for the last hour of the day, and we'll see what we can do. JJ says, I bought that Redbubble I Believe You t-shirt. I believe you, but I don't trust you. That's this one right here you bought, didn't you? Where is it? I believe you, but I don't trust you. I believe you, but I don't trust you with a little logo on it. Thank you for that. There's a little look at that logo right there. We're having fun with that. I also have it on other colored shirts. You can get it on. You can get that logo on dark colored so that it's reversed like this. So I've had Jen make both versions. Pretty cool stuff. Don't forget, you can always pick up caps for Traveling with Bruce, and you can pick up caps for Stock Markets with Bruce if you like. You can get those. Fabulous. You can always pick up your own outfits with it like this if you really make the big money. You can always do that, and you can always get yourself dressed up real swanky like Jen and I get dressed up all the time. Absolutely the best, man. There's always that. Fabulous, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. And we'll catch you this afternoon at 3 o'clock as we close the market this afternoon, the last hour today, and see how it wants to take care of us. We're at 1216 now in Rocket Lab, up 27. It looking better. I'm happy to see that. Looks like SoFi is coming on a little bit, just a titch. And Matterport might be pushing 23 again. It's 22.94 now. That's good. That's better. Mo better. We like mo better stuff like that. 430 gain on the Dow, kids. That is record high territory today, within 5 points of the high of the day right now on the Dow. We're moving higher. Apple up 85 cents to 170.60. And we've got Goldman up 783 now to 379.44. So Those 380 calls might be writable for Thursday, but you might want to look at 385s just in case. See how this Goldman, if it breaks through 380 or not. Cisco up 27, 60, 64 on Cisco. It is improving. Very good on Cisco right now. All right, there it is, folks. Thank you. 434 point gain. I don't want to leave you with a 400 plus point gain. This is great. We're up 43 on the S&P, 171 on NASDAQ. We're at the high of the day here. I'm glad to see the high of the day. I think you deserve it. The question is, can it affect your stocks, in a bigger way? That's what we're looking for here. Come on, man. Push this. Let's get this market going and make my viewers richer. That's what I think they deserve. There you go. Nice shirt. What color is your Tesla? The one I'm riding right now is red. I'm going to get a black one, and then a gray Model Y and a blue Model Y. So we're going into different colors here in these Teslas that we're renting here from the same guy. 441 point gain on the Dow now. 441 point gain. 45 on S&P. 174, 175 now on NASDAQ. We're looking good here on this market run. We're looking very, very good. Rocket Lab is right near its high, 1214 to 1216. And SoFi now 1488, trying to get back to $15. Come on, SoFi, let's go. Matterport 2290, trying to get to 23 again. Aspire just went positive, half a penny, just turned green. And 1022 on Smart Rent, get back to 1150. Sextera 1201, pushing the record high. Okay, IBM 128.68, trying to go to 129. 450 on the Dow, 460 on the Dow. By the way, the Microsoft up 360 and Apple up 113 now. Tesla up $6. Goldman up 823 to 379.84. Cisco up 31 cents. We're going higher. We're up 18 on Amazon, 380 on Facebook, and 1660 on Google now. Definitely moving up here on some of these stocks. GameStop up 23 measly cents, 157.37. Rocket Lab looking good, up a quarter, and 14.90 on SoFi now. 480 point gain on the Dow, straight up. We're just rolling. 50 points on S&P and 189 on NASDAQ. We're climbing 486 on the Dow. We're going for 500 point gain. We're going up here. It's happening. There's money coming into this market. Is it computer generated? Maybe. Algorithmic trading? Maybe. I don't know. Another weight on Tesla, says Beach Boy. That's what we're doing, buddy. We're watching it closely. 483 on the Dow, 157.52 on GameStop, up 38 cents. And 50 points on S&P. 190 on NASDAQ. Looking powerful. Up 38 now on GameStop, 157.52. Okay. Interesting day here. Interesting afternoon. Interesting movement. 860 gain now on Goldman. 380.27 went right through it. So if you're thinking of writing options on Goldman, you may want to watch this closely. See if it wants to get closer to this into the higher levels than just 380. Because remember where it's come from in the last week. It's backed off a ways. We don't want to have you sell contracts too soon on Goldman if they're going to take a bit of a pop. Options on Goldman right now that die on Friday with the stock at 380 a share. So the 380s are showing 315 to 350. 382.50s can be written for 213 to 241 bid ask. 385s are 138 to 159. Those are just this Friday's contracts. Next Friday, the 380s are paying 635 to 680. The 8250s 520 to 565. The 385s 420 to 450. Even 390s are still showing a 263 to 688 market, but that might be too little for too long. You might want to stay closer to this market. Keep an eye on that Goldman Sachs, you guys. 380.62. That's the high of the day right now on Goldman Sachs, 380.70, the high of the day, and allow this stock to get its high of the day in. We're up 508 on the Dow now. I just suspected we'd break 500, and we did. 53-point gain almost on S&P now, and 195 on NASDAQ. All three markets are climbing nicely. They're all up over 1%. 1.1 for S&P, 1.3 for NASDAQ, 1.45% gain on the Dow. It has wiped out yesterday's loss. It is higher now on the week as of this moment, interestingly. Will it affect our favorites? Rocket Lab, not moving at 12.14, up 24. SoFi, 14.92, up 32 cents. GameStop only up 26 cents, not getting the big push. Matterport, 22.95. Looks like 23 is possible. ME up 11 to 672. Spire down a half a penny again. ATIP up 13.5. Smart Rent 10.15. Sextera 11.99. They're not moving here. IBM 128.87, pushing for a 129 print. Microsoft up 375. Apple up 138. These two stocks are not leading the Dow. They are being sucked behind it. They're not leading it. Tesla's only up 578, not leading anywhere. It's up $6 now, 906. It's not leading anything. It's just moving along with the momentum. Bed Bath Beyond up 69 cents. BlackBerry up 45. Royal Caribbean up $4 at $76. Goldman up to 380.78, up 917. Goldman 382.50s might be writable. 385s could be writable for this Thursday. That could be at 2 days, for 2 days. Cisco 60.82, up 46 cents. That is a new 52-week high right there. That is a new high on Cisco. Just popped through the 60-80 barrier. It's climbing straight up. Cisco is definitely moving nicely. It's like in this market. It's a very good market on Cisco now. All right. Google just went up to $21 a share, up $21 a share. Google just popped as well. Okay. SoFi 14.94, trying to get back to $15. 12.13 on Rocket Lab, up 24. GameStop holding a 17-cent gain. There it is. $23 on Matterport. You broke through 23. All right. Okay. 501-point gain on the Dow, 52 on S&P, 192 on NASDAQ. Right now, a very good, a really good rally here. A really good one. Interesting market. Goldman, 380, 57 now. So 380s are pushing 315 to 340 for this Thursday. 382.50s, 211 to 239. Last at 237, up $1.07 today. 385s are up 64 cents. Last at 157 on those contracts, the 385 contracts for Goldman, for 385 expiring day after tomorrow. Interesting market here. Very, very interesting. 500-point gain we had on the Dow just a few moments ago right there. Okay. Okay. Mirko, Michael, sold mine at 317. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Alexander, I'm waiting to write new calls on Goldman Sachs. Got my stink bids back yesterday from calls written Friday, but I don't want to sell new ones too cheap. Let's go. Free money, says Michael. Does anybody know what strike number is on the Think or Swim platform? It says symbol, expiry, strike, type, link. What is strike? It has a number from 2 to 225. I'm so confused. Strike price is the price of the contract. What's the strike price of your contract? Are you buying or writing 20s or 15s or 1750s? That's what that means. Mirko, Uncle Bruce, what do you think about a stink offer? Goldman Sachs, 387.5 for December 31 at 5, or should I wait a bit? So you're talking about writing a December 31 contract at, what was that again? 387.5 for 5. Well, I'd offer it at 495, not at 5. If you're going to offer it, be a nickel below the nice round number. So 495, put it in there and see what happens. You get a bit of a rush, a little more of a rush from here, you might get out. You need about $1.50 from here, like the 381.50 maybe, and you might get it. Why not? Give it a shot. 4.95. Don't put it in there at 5. Merco, 4.99. If you can do 4.99, they may not trade in pennies up there. 387.50s. They might trade in nickels. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that, but I'd be at 4.95 or something like that. Okay. And the Dow is at up about 480 right now. We're up 480, and the S&P up 50.5 points. NASDAQ up 188 right now. Okay, that is where we're at right here. Rocket Lab holding a 25-cent gain to 12.14. SoFi 14.93 up 34. GameStop still sitting at 157.51. Looks like I'm going to do a refresh on my entire system here just to be sure I'm on this correctly. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, up 37 on GameStop. Matterport, 23.11. We broke through 23 again, up $1.72. ME 6.74, up 13 cents, a little better. Down 2 pennies on Spire, but up 10 on ATIP. Smart Rent 10.17. Sixtera 11.95 right now. Okay. Apple up $1.10 to 170.85. We've got Goldman up 8.39 to 3.80, and Cisco up 35 cents to 6.71. There's where we're at right there. Watching all kinds of stuff happen at the same time, entertaining as can be. The Matterport might be coming closer to a possible option, right? The catch, of course, with Matterport is, unfortunately, if I got my bearings right, the next option to expire on Matterport is actually not this Friday. It is January 21. So the Matterport contracts go out a month from here, and 25s are showing 160 to 170 right now. And that might not be enough of a premium to want to write a 1 month out contract on Matterport. That just might not be enough. We may have to wait for Matterport to give us more of an upside move first to see if that's what we really want to be doing here. Go back there, and there we are. 23.02 on Matterport. It's $2 out of the money, of course, but so to have a 160 premium is not shabby, but I just get the impression that Matterport could jump another $1 today. I mean, it could pop to 24 today, and with a 1 month window, you and I know we've seen Matterport jump $5 a day for 3 days in a row. It could go to 35 at any time. So I don't want to be locked into a 1 month contract. I would prefer to see weeklies here. I just don't know when they're going to be created. What can I say? Meeting's over. Bruce, are you still on? What are you doing here? Why are you still here? What are you doing here? The Californians, what can I say? 34-cent gain on GameStop. And the Dow has had a lovely run. It's now still up 488. We were up 510 points just a couple of minutes ago here. And it looks like we're rallying for another rally again. We might be going for another higher high on the indexes because all three of them are moving. We're up 1.1% on S&P, up 1.28 on NASDAQ, 1.39 on the Dow. Very good. There's money coming into this market, lots of it. So there could be a higher run on your stocks. So keep an eye on that, kids. I'm going to leave you now. I promised. I said I was, and I mean it. I'm going to do this. This time I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time, darn it. We're up 89 on Smart Rent, 10.27, high of the day. 10.27 on Smart Rent, high of the day. Only owes us $1.40 more to come back to where it was a couple of days ago. That would be kind of nice. And Matterport up to 23.01, up to 162. SoFi 14.93, trying to get back to $15. Rocket Lab 12.14, up a quarter. Okay, guys. So I will see you at 3 o'clock with an hour to go. Is it time to write a cover call on GameStop yet? Nope, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm waiting for a breakout. I'm waiting for like a $5-6 run on GameStop, one way or the other. But I think it's up. I think we're going to go into the low 160s, 164 maybe 165. Then I'd look at a 165 right or 167.50. But I don't want to be writing a 157 or a 155 on GameStop right now. Too scary. Michael N says, thank you. I picked home. All the plants are going to die. Uncle Bruce, you can't go. 483 to 484 now on the Dow, holding that gain. 486 now. The Dow gain right now. A matter for 2303. And GameStop up 50 cents. If you can see a $7-8 gain on GameStop, you can write call options on it. But right now, I wouldn't want to write a call and have it pop on me. That would be the worst move at this moment. I don't want to see that happen with 2 days to go in this contract. But the stock's got to show us something. You got to give me something, man. You got to give me something, man. Come on, man. Give me something. Yeah. 60.72 on Cisco. Looking good. 171.12 on Apple. Another dollar or two. If that gets to 173.4, I'd be looking at shorting it if I were Nick. That would be my guess. But you know what? It might not get there on Apple. It just might not get there. Okay. All right, guys. Ciao, Rob. I'll see you later. Flint, losing more than investing, inspiring. What can I say? I will see you guys at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and we'll finish this market off together. We're up now on the Dow, 481 points. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye for now.